What's going on, football fans? Welcome back to Brooklyn. Welcome back to the Stoop. It's your boy Lolo. We are here for another Friday night happy hour. It's weird. This is an international break weekend, so there's not all that much football to talk about. I mean, there's international football, but we're not watching much of that. So Mark is actually out of state. He's somewhere hidden out of state. And so maybe we'll find him if we can hunt through the woods and find him. But we have oh shit.
I am.
I was about to start talking some smack about you, and then you pop up. How are you off the grid? I thought you were off the grid. You got
semi off the grid in the woods, deep high in the mountains of the Catskills. Somewhere between Phoenicia and God knows where. I don't have cell phone service, but apparently I have the internet. So here I am.
Phoenicia.
And I just wish that I was there. That I was there to shave your head.
Yeah,
but whoever did it, they did a pretty good job. Because I was going to do some bubbles. You know,
that would have been great.
Throwing some bubbles, you know,
that would have been great, man. In case you guys missed it, I did make a bet where I said that West Ham would not score 3 goals against Arsenal, and if they did, I would get the iron shaved into my head. Now, I'm a man of my word, and I did it, and I left it. And there's even proof that I left it on the subway. I went on the subway today. There I am. Look at that selfie with the irons on the subway.
No,
I had it partially hidden because it does kind of look like a swastika.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if you watched the video, but at one point, Matt was cutting it, and I was like,
well, you know, he is kind of Aryan looking.
You need to fix this very quick. But
so did Adam get it done?
Adam's getting it done. We're scheduling it for next Friday's happy hour. So
I have a feeling. You know what, Adam? If you're watching this show out there, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna get cannons on one side, and I'm gonna get irons on the other, just to say I did it too.
Wait, Mark, give us a close up of that, because I think we got like 4 weeks before we can shave anything in there.
Oh no, you can get that. You can get that.
Get out of here.
Get that something. You know what? I'll even dye the side of my head.
Hold up.
At the door.
There's somebody. The bouncers are checking. Shit.
Oh,
yo, it's Axel. It's Axel.
Sound effects. Hey,
Axel is here. Yo, what's up, Axel? I knew I wore my Axel Rose for you for some reason.
I know.
Everybody,
look at you.
This is Axel. I know most of y'all haven't ever met Axel before. Axel is our Bundesliga expert, and since this is an international weekend, we decided to bring Axel in to talk some shit about real football. What he thinks is real football, which is German football. What's up, Bremer's Ghost? I appreciate the comments on our video, Bremer's Ghost. He really enjoyed he or she. I'm not sure. You can't or it. I'm not sure.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost. It's an it, right? But Axel is a Bayern Munich fan, of course. He is. If you're German,
I am from Munich.
So you're from Munich.
I can't choose, you know. It's
Axel actually taught me why there's multiple teams that have Bayern in the title. It's for Bavaria, right?
Yeah. I mean, Bayern. Well, no. Bayern Munich is one team, and that's for Bavaria. Bayer is after the drug company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
it's
speaking
like
of
RB Leipzig.
Speaking of terrible football,
we don't say we can't see.
Yo,
we have to say RB.
Yo,
we have to say RB. Yeah.
Look
Everyone
at the door.
Like you're asleep.
Look at the door, fellas. Somebody's trying to get in here. And they're just shit.
I'm back.
There goes the show.
What's going on
What's
there,
up,
Spurs Chris?
Chris. Yo, Chris, I don't know if you watched the episode, but for a moment there, I was afraid I was gonna have to I was gonna have to get the cock and ball on my head here, because I said if anybody puts $100 up, you could put whatever you want on this side of the head, and like straight away there was $20 from a Spurs fan. So
I had another 80.
You missed it. It had to be live. What's up, Jimmy? Good to know your name, Jimmy. We'll call you that from now on. 1860 Munich are a team. Manscheiden.
Yeah, they're in like
Neiden.
the third league now, I think.
What's going on, Chris? How you doing, man? I noticed you didn't show up last week. Did something happen last week?
I don't know. It's convenient amnesia. Yeah, something happened. Spurs are out of Europe for the all intents and purposes for the next couple months.
So much for our North London derby.
Yeah, really. I was looking forward for some revenge on that one.
Yeah, the North London derby Europa League final. I was looking forward to winning that. Now we're going to have to play a real team.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh,
like,
who's left? Who's left as a real team?
Like, what, you going to play, like...
United, isn't it? Isn't United? No. Yeah.
Yeah, United's still in it, but they're not a real team.
Thank you.
Ajax?
Finally,
Roma?
we agree on something.
Who else is left? You
Actually,
guys, United, Ajax, and Roma.
Dynamo Zagreb.
Dynamo Zagreb. They're Slavia Prague.
Isn't that the team that kicked the goalie in the face?
Now, listen. Slavia Prague. Who is it? Slavia Prague. We play Slavia Prague, right? I think. No, we play Dynamo.
Arsenal. That's you. You're the Arsenal guy.
Basically, in the Europa League, there's a chance that the team we play will be kicked out for racism. There's this weird thing going on right now where their fans were so terrible, and with racist comments and everything that FIFA's looking about possibly kicking them out. And so Spurs fans are like, that means we're back in it. That means we're back in it. When really, no, it just means they forfeit and Arsenal moves on to the next round for free.
Well, that's kind of garbage.
Hey, it's not our fault they're super racist. Our super racist fans stay home. By
virtue of quarantine.
Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, fellas, welcome to Happy Hour. Cheers to you guys. Good to see you. I'll let you guys know when more people hit the door. Rangers as well had their shit, Jimmy. Rangers had some shit, but they got knocked out of.
That's saving the first leg, though. That's saving the first leg. That keeper, strong hand keeping them at the goal line.
But they had an issue. Steven Gerrard was talking shit after they lost about somebody saying racist comments, and everybody heard him and everything like that. But it was weird that he wasn't talking about the match, and then nothing came of it. So I don't know. But Rangers, yeah, and then there was a whole fight with, I think it was Rangers against it was the one where the dude got kicked in the head last week. You remember that?
Yeah.
The bloody, I'm not exactly sure. Mr. Tom will have to look that up. Mr. Tom is our resident fact checker.
Fact finder.
So welcome everybody, and welcome to all y'all in the comments. And please, while you're here, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and remind people while you're in the comments to do that shit, because I always forget. So it's international break. Fellas, what do you guys like? Oh yeah, happy birthday. Look, Mike is giving you a happy birthday, Mark.
Hey, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's good to... someone's got this guy,
the other Mark.
I'm not the other Mark. The other Mark will be joining us soon.
We'll see.
I am Mark from
Welsh Mark.
Off the Stoop. But you know, if James was on, I'd be Spawny Mark.
I think to him, you're Spawny Mark if he's here or not. So, yeah, sorry. Guys, what do you guys like best about the international break?
That I can take a week and go away.
I like that Arsenal are undefeated during all international breaks since the inception. That's my big thing. Arsenal are 100% undefeated. So we are the invincibles of international breaks. I mean, so are Wolves, and so are.
Well,
Spurs.
I don't know how, like, I don't think the Wolves are getting a break. I mean, isn't the entire team playing for Portugal?
Yeah, basically. Add Bruno Fernandes
At
and
some
Ronaldo.
point, it's like Neves, Neto, Moutinho, Cody. Well, he's playing in England, but still he's playing. Patricio. It's like practically the entire roster has been gobbled up. We can't do fuck all in the Premier League, but they'll take us in the internationals.
I'm gonna have to call you all out on this. Y'all are like, oh, it's international break. We only watch EPL.
It's what the show is about.
Yes, actually, you are 100% correct so far.
Have you not seen our show?
I've seen your show, but what do you do when on your day off? What are you gonna do? Like just go to the beach?
He goes to the mountains,
No, I don't believe that.
Get this shit. That's what happens. That's what happens on international breaks.
Oh.
Who did the USA play in international breaks?
Is it because all the EPL players are from other countries, or what?
What do you mean? No, they take a complete break. What do you mean? Does
they go and
Germany
play the qualifiers?
Is it because all the EPL players go to their other countries? You guys are not interested in that? What's up?
Well, no, the Premier League actually takes a break because
they all go international, but we do
international.
5-6 shows a week. We need a break too.
That's because all the German players are homegrown and they stay home to play for Germany or don't play.
That's what I'm saying. All the EPL players go back to their countries, so there's nothing to watch, nothing to talk about.
Such a long-winded diss.
Oh, geez.
You went a long way for that one, pal. I get it. You guys are a much more, let's say, homogenous league and society, maybe?
No, where's Gundogan playing? Come on.
Gundogan.
Yeah.
Is he even playing?
Is he on the Turkish team?
Yeah, he just scored the other night. He's on the Mark. He's on the German team. He's a German.
Why would he be?
Don't know. I don't know. Have you not seen me on the show? I don't even know how to pronounce players' names.
We're getting better. He's getting better.
Gondjovic.
He started with Lukaku, but Carl Watson.
No, I didn't start with Lukaku. I started with Pep Guardiola.
Oh, Pep Guardiola.
That's a great name, actually, Mark. You know what? Like, I think we should change it to
that. Band.
That's the new Marvel show on fucking Disney.
On the Christian network.
Yes, Jimmy, Bremer's Ghost. USA ladies are fantastic, and the big thing about why the US men's team here, I don't understand why the US don't. I'm about to contradict myself. I kind of understand, but the USA should have an incredible men's team because it's not like we only have one type of person to choose from. We have Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, fucking Germans. We have everybody here.
What's wrong with this?
We should be able to have the best team. We have 200 and some odd million people here, but the reason that the women's national team is better is because for some reason soccer in the US is a women's sport. So when you're a child and you're going to school, we all play soccer at a very young age. That's the game everybody plays. And then
only the last 30 years.
What?
Only in the last 30 years. There's been more development for women's soccer. Women's soccer was developing at the same time that men's soccer was here, whereas the rest of the world, men have been playing soccer since it was invented.
Sure.
Like I think
what I'm saying is at like age 8, the boys are sent off to play football, baseball, and basketball, and the girls keep playing soccer, and they play basketball and volleyball,
right?
And, as well as the other like lacrosse and swimming and all that shit that are in other places, but. That's why our women's team is fucking miles away from where we are, is because there's been a culture of female soccer for decades here. And men's soccer there's no money in it. you know?
Well, it was viewed as like a soft sport, you know? It's like, you know, with some terminology that we don't want to say at 7 o'clock on the TV, but, you know, there was the connotation to someone who played soccer, a man who played soccer through the 80s, 90s, you know, growing up, like they were soft some way, you know?
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
exactly.
a baseball player sits on his ass 95% of the game, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, but they spit. So that's manly.
Yeah, they do chewing tobacco and yeah.
Wear a cup.
They grab their balls. You grab your balls.
Wear a cup. They wear a cup.
To protect those said balls.
Well, it's a pot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about a Dixie cup.
All right, so we
talk about
got
Dicky cup.
So we're talking about U.S. soccer, and we're talking about international break. What do you guys think about Zlatan?
I love it, man. Yo, did you see him cry? Zlatan.
I didn't see it, but I read about it.
He has a tiny bit of humanity. No, actually, Zlatan didn't cry. He hired 2 mini Swedes to live in his eye. No, they asked him about leaving his kids, because the reason he retired was because he didn't want to keep leaving his kids or whatever. And he's like, yeah, it was hard. It was hard to leave my kids. But hold on. Who said
so hard? I make millions and millions of dollars.
Listen, Luke Williamson, no more drinks for Lolo. We're 16 minutes into the show, pal. There's going to be a few more. You're going to need to catch up to understand what I'm talking about when I start slurring. It works if you stay on par with us, and then you understand where we're going. We'll have Calvin in here at some point, and he'll regulate us. Like the German and American humor, their national teams include players from everywhere. I don't understand that.
I'm not getting.
There are not a ton of there's old internationals coming to play.
I mean, there's very German efficient humor.
No prime.
Well, I know what he's talking about. We got people from Turkey, right, that emigrated into Germany with Gundogan. We got Musiala. We got, like there's all like Germany's and America too is like a country where you have all these people coming in from all over the place. They grow up, with their soccer fandom from elsewhere, and then they're like, oh yeah, we'll play for the national teams of whatever.
How about the Swiss
team?
Is
the point of the joke in which you laugh.
This is the punchline. Oh wait, that's just Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's not, more Austrian.
That's Austrian. I don't even know if it's Austrian. It's just Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is the punchline. You laugh now.
You laugh now.
Why are you not laughing? It's super funny. Anyway, guys, okay, we've got 12 minutes until trivia starts. We're going to start trivia at the half-hour mark. So, Chris, I know you don't watch football because you're a Spurs fan, so this is going to be a lot of questions you may not know.
Wait, are you talking about American football? What are you talking about?
No. Any football.
I don't watch any football.
I'm trying to piss you off a little bit.
Last time I fucking saw this piece of shit.
Thank you. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Get to the chopper. Okay, let's go. Around the horn. Top Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes. Go, Mark.
It is not a tumor.
Classic. All right, Axel.
Oh, man. Yeah, you got to
I got another one.
I got one.
Okay, Chris, go.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Yeah. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Okay, Mark.
Kindergarten Cop, man. Classic. Horses off the fucking balcony.
Okay.
Come with me if you want to live.
Nice. Classic. Here we go.
Maria, I did not bang the housekeeper.
With the cigar.
Points for Mr. Director for having a cigar.
With the cigar as well. Okay. So what?
Hasta la vista, baby.
Classic. Okay, here's mine. So what? You cooked up a story and threw us in the meat grinder?
Is that real?
Yeah. he's so what? You cooked up a story and threw us in the meat grinder?
What's the second word you're saying?
Meat grinder. The
No,
meat
the
grinder. The meat
Pistorius?
grinder.
The historian,
You cooked up a story and threw us in the meat grinder.
You cooked up a story? I don't even understand what you're saying.
Oh man.
You getting that, Axel?
I don't know, man. It's got to be like some kind of roller ball or Running Man or something in reference.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know.
Big up Green Grape, Mark. Big up Green Grape.
Exactly.
Is that someone at the door? Or did someone forget to turn their phone off?
No, I actually purposefully turned my phone on because we've got a food delivery coming soon. So I'm gonna have to run to the door for a second when that actually happens. If it bleeds, I can kill it.
Yeah, good one.
There you go. Good one, Mr. Tom. What else? Luke, where you at, man? Carl, I'll be back. Get in the chopper. Who's he, daddy? And what does he do? Anyway, speaking of not talking about football, have you got a blanket for my friend? He's dead tired. Andy, where's that from?
It's
Andy. Have you got the blanket for
I
my
know
friend?
this one. Oh, it's
tired.
from. Is it from True Lies? Is it from True Lies?
So
he kills him on the plane, and he rests his head on. He's like, "Can you get my friend a little blanket? He is dead tired."
He's dead tired. So there's an improv game called Last Action Comic or something like that, where you get a suggestion for a word and then you have to do something like that. So if it was blanket, you go, okay, blanket. Can you get the blanket for my friend? He's dead tired. And you would. So yeah. His whole career is an improv game,
and the whole thing is hosted by Jamie Moore.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Jamie Lee Curtis?
No,
from Commando. Yeah, another good one. Another good one. Okay.
Consider that a divorce. Total Recall. Kills his wife.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Consider that a divorce.
I love the people just logging into the show going, let's listen to some football on Friday night. Here we go. And they get on and with, who is he, daddy, and what does he do?
So it's like lots of really bad German accents. And the one German guy who can't do a German accent.
He's not even German, though, right?
He's not German. He's
Austrian. Also, I'm Bavarian, not German.
Oh,
there is a difference.
There's a difference.
My best friend, my good friend in Minneapolis is Bavarian. They have a.
I eat green lace for breakfast. You know what we were watching when we were upstate and we put on at night to fall asleep was Around the World in 80 Days with Jackie Chan. At some point they go to, I don't know, Saudi Arabia or somewhere, and the Arabian prince that forces them to come to his palace is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You realize in like 20 years that movie will be banned.
It has to be. I mean, it was bad. He was like,
not banned, canceled. Just
welcome.
Canceled.
I am the king of Saudi Arabia. Welcome. I have a long history here.
And he's in semi-blackface.
Yeah, he's like bronzed. They have the statue, the thinker, and he's like, it was made after me. He modeled it after me. You guys got to go back and watch that. It's not good.
Is this improv or is this a real thing?
No, it's a real thing. I was shocked because they're like, oh, you have been demanded to come see the prince, to come to the prince's house. And they're like, okay. And then it's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anyway. So you guys want to talk football or we just talk
let's talk football.
We could talk football.
What's been going on in the football life?
I know that Portugal needed an own goal to beat Azerbaijan. And I know that
What a
England
victory. What a
kicked
victory.
the shit out of whoever they played.
San
5-0.
Marino, they're like, we're back, we're England, 3 Lions proud. And I'm like, you beat San Marino. You guys don't even know where that is. You
It's
guys
somewhere
think
in Italy,
that's an
right?
island that Dan Marino bought. It's not.
All 11 people who lived there came and played.
I didn't know that Ollie Watkins played there, but all the grief that people were giving Ollie Watkins for making the team, he did score.
Yeah, and Jesse Lingard was
Bamford
man of
would
the
have
match.
kicked it over the top.
Who I'm telling you, I could have scored. I could have scored against them. All right, listen, I'll be right back.
No.
Talk amongst yourselves.
What's for dinner?
Talk amongst yourselves. So no, I have
I
not.
gotta say, as a non Premier League regularly watching guy, I did watch that last game, Arsenal West Ham, and as a independent, I'm gonna say myself, because I love Arsenal when they don't play Bayern. You know, we're enemies when we play each other, but we're friends when you play anybody else, and that was a fun game to watch, I gotta say.
I think it was the best game of the season.
It was
I
great.
truly do. I mean, Leeds Liverpool first game of the season was great to watch, but there was really nothing at stake. You know, it's the first week. Very entertaining. Leeds was obviously very excited to be back in the Premier League, and it showed. But they weren't going to beat an entirely healthy Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
This match, on the other hand, there was a lot, especially for West Ham, a lot at stake. For on the Stoop, a lot at stake, because Nick had to shave irons in his head in the first 30 minutes. You know, and it was just like, and Nick's brother-in-law, he texts us and he's like, I smell a 4-3 Arsenal victory. And I'm just like, no way. And it gets to 3-3, and Arsenal is just pressing for that final score. But all I'm doing is I'm like, you both got to shave your heads.
That was the best outcome of that. That was the best outcome. They're each shaving 3 goals.
It absolutely was, and I was so sad that it's like, and you know, Nick is telling the audience on Sunday, and it's like, well, you know, I'm going to do this on Wednesday, and we get off and we do our little like post match chat where it's just us, you know, and it was just like, Lolo, you realize I'm out of town and I won't be doing it. I won't be shaving your head. But whoever did the shaving, I commend. It looks absolutely great. I think I would have shaved bubbles in his head instead of the West Ham logo. Just because. What
do you mean whoever shaved it? You didn't watch?
I'm in the mountains.
He's off. He's semi off the grid.
I'm semi off the grid.
There's someone at the door. There's someone at the door.
Yo,
it's the other white Mark.
It's the other white Mark. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Mark?
Hey, Mark. I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know. Dude, I don't give a fuck. Wales just won the Six Nations. All of them can go fuck themselves.
Rugby.
I'm very drunk.
They just won this.
Yeah, buddy.
You've been happy houring since yesterday? What are you, like one day off on the weekend?
I've been happy hours since 1:30.
Wow, that's like a happy day.
And they won, and they're the champions, so fuck everyone.
Yeah, Mark.
Plus the fact you smacked the shit out of the Yids last week. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, come on. That's old news.
In all fairness, did anyone watch the Wales-Belgium game?
No.
Yes.
Wales-Belgium.
Belgium won, didn't they?
They won 3-1, but Wales scored one of the best fucking goals I've seen in a long time.
Gareth Wales.
That team goal was fantastic.
I actually didn't see any of it.
Oh,
Guys, we're 20 seconds away from starting trivia. Okay, Mr. Tom, are you ready for this trivia? I did this one for you, man, because Mr. Tom said he's no good at the anagrams. You guys good? Everybody got a freshie?
yeah, yeah.
All right. For everyone
Mark,
that you get
a
wrong,
T for Mark. A T for Mark. The C.
let's what?
Let's get
What'd you
a
say?
T for Mark.
No, a tea, a hot tea.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Jimmy, Bremer's Ghost. Let's go. We got everybody here. We got 15 people here. Let's see. Are there 15 likes on here? Guys, we're 4 likes short of 15. There's 15 of us here. Come on.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's get those. And guys, why don't you guys each have it popped up on your screen as well? Because it's hard enough to get to even here. Okay, guys, hit that like. As soon as we get to 15 likes, that's not a lot to ask. As soon as we get to 15, we're going to start this trivia. And, I heard
We're getting that echo because we opened up the YouTube on
somebody opened up the YouTube. Numbers are going up
actually?
because there's more people on screen than fucking likes.
Yeah, man. Smash the like for the guy.
all right. We hit 15. Here we go.
All right, let's roll it.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's see.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, buddy.
We upped the production value this week. All right, you ready for this? Let's do it, Mr. Director. Let's do it. Boom, boom. You guys see that shit?
Little breakout. All right.
Here we
I'm
go.
still not there.
All right, speaking of rugby and Wales, which Premier League winner's father played rugby for Wales? Was it Gareth Bale, Aaron Ramsey,
Giggsy.
Mark Hughes, or Ryan Giggs?
Hughes.
Hughes? Get out of here. You're fucking wrong, pal.
Giggsy.
Absolutely. Well done there, Chris.
All right.
Oh,
You're
fuck,
fucking
Hughes
Welsh,
played-
Mark. You
Hughes
fucking
played-
fuck.
Hughes played Premiership, not national. Shit.
What are you talking about? It says which Premier League winner's father played rugby?
Yes.
For
It's
Wales.
not about rugby leagues.
He played
It's not
league.
about
Oh,
rugby
his
leagues.
He didn't
father.
play national.
Played. I remember last week you guys talking, or 2 weeks ago. Mr. Tom, you got it right on your second guess. All right.
Bale's father never played football.
Okay, guys. That went super fast, all right? I like that.
I'm
Carl
always the
said,
thing before Mark sobers up.
I like that. Start the quiz before.
Oh,
Mark
it's not
sobers
me,
up.
my friend.
No, it was definitely Mark with the C.
Oh, it was. I'm fucked up.
Okay, here we go. Next question. Who was the first sponsor of the Premier League? Not the clubs.
Barclays.
Barclays.
Hold on.
Carlsberg.
Barclay Card,
Carling.
Barclays.
Cannon, Carlin
Barclays.
Brewery,
Carlin
or
Brewery.
Sega,
Card.
Sega
As
Dreamcast.
a
everybody.
beer.
Barclay card.
I'll go with
Barclay
the beer.
Card, and Mark is wrong yet again.
Freedom Cup.
All right,
Carlin.
let's hear from the
Carlin.
people in the crowd. Hold on. Mark, Mark, how are you guessing Carling? Do you know what
they're
Carling
a
is?
really good beer.
No, they don't. It's a
No,
shit
they
beer.
don't.
Sorry. I just know that they were.
You're
I just
right.
know that.
You're right somehow. You're right somehow. I don't understand how, because you were screaming it out before the answers were even up on the screen.
I just.
I'm with Bremner. Carling was the League Cup. It was the Carling Cup.
And they were also the first sponsors. You can look it up. Barclay Card was next, and Cannon was actually the League Cup or one of the cups.
Okay.
Sega
Sega was
Dreamcast was
never.
Arsenal.
No,
Later
Sega
on.
sponsored Arsenal.
Yeah,
Nick,
later
I have
on.
Nick, I have a very
And they
serious
had
question.
Dreamcast
What's
on
up,
their
Axel?
shirt.
With the
Did you
swirl.
give Mark the answers for his birthday beforehand?
No.
I don't think
No.
you realize I don't even like Mark.
Oh.
Hold on. Which
Yeah, but you can make an
one?
exception
Which
for
one,
his
motherfucker?
birthday. I mean, come on.
Either Mark.
Oh,
I
fuck you. I'm
tolerate
out.
them at best.
But I'm the
Just kidding,
cutest
Mark. Happy
social host
birthday.
in
I love you, pal.
Brooklyn.
My birthday until September. Fuck you.
Just kidding, Mark. I love you.
No, I'm gonna do nasty things the next time I see you.
Oh, not you, Mark. I'm not wrong, Mark. I was saying I love the other Mark.
That's okay. I'm gonna do nasty things to him too.
You do nasty things every time I meet you. You try to break my leg every time we talk.
Which is why you love me.
I guess. Every time we're hanging out drinking, you say, you know I could break your leg in 4 places, right? Oh my God damn it, man.
Why
All right.
only 4?
Here's a Chelsea question. In what season did Roman Abramovich take over Chelsea?
2008.
2003.
For real, Mark, did you steal these questions? Did you look these up?
2002/2003.
All right, here are the answers. What do we
Okay,
have?
it's out.
2011.
It's out,
Someone's knocking at the
2011.
door. Who's knocking? Who's knocking at the door?
Is that James?
Is that
Hey, Chris.
Dirty Jersey?
I think Mark with a C is right.
Yo, what's up, Dirty Jersey? How you doing, man?
That's when the
2002.
Premiership died.
Mark with a C is drunk with a C.
Yeah, I've got all 20 badges shaved into the back of my head.
Nice. We're working on it. Oh, yeah. Did you see that, Mark with a C?
I did, man, and that was premature.
What do
It
you
started
mean?
out as a swastika.
It really did. It was really bad. Okay. Sorry, Mr. Director. Hands off the wheel now. We can go back to
2/3.
2000. What's everybody's guess? I like Luke Williamson saying 2011.
Hey,
It's not even on there.
hey.
I'm going to say 2005, 2006, just to be a
2002,
contrarian.
2003 was wrong yet again.
All right, it's 3-4. then.
0102. 01.
It was 304.
Yeah, now you're just moving your way down the list from A to B, Mark.
Exactly. That's exactly what
I said
happened.
5, 6, just to be contrarian.
Okay, Axel, 5'6".
Ah.
This is when the Premiership died.
Guys,
They won in 4-5. That was the year that they were almost invincible.
Yeah, but they weren't because they couldn't beat fucking Arsenal's record.
can we just be happy that none of us know shit about Chelsea?
Dude, I'm shit-faced drunk. We just
Cheers
won
to
the
that.
fucking rugby championship. Do you think I care?
Yeah,
Apparently about rugby, you
I'm
do.
glad you joined us. This is amazing.
Okay.
Chelsea looks pretty good right now in the Champions League, I gotta say.
They're really easy. They have the.
All
they're on
right.
the easy
They
side.
really do, don't they?
Jimmy,
They do
Jimmy
kind of
got
look
it
good.
right. Y'all,
I mean,
Premers
they're
go.
not gonna win it, but they look pretty good.
Did any of you clowns say 2003, 2004? Besides
No.
Mark just working his way
No.
down the list?
No,
Mr. Tom, the whole time.
course,
Mr.
Mr.
Tom,
Tom
Mr.
did.
Tom's a fucking
Bremer's
savant.
Ghost as well. Jimmy.
Jimmy got it. Okay. In the invincible year, Chelsea won at Arsenal in the Champions League. That doesn't count for Premier League.
Nope.
All right, guys. Which player holds the record for most goals in consecutive Premier League games?
Jamie
Okay.
Vardy.
Jermaine
This
Defoe.
was broken recently. And that's Vardy.
Yeah.
Jamie
I think
Vardy.
we're all
Jamie
already in
Vardy
agreement.
broke Van Nistelrooy's record.
He did 11 games in a row.
This is no fun. This is no fun anymore.
Jamie Vardy, D.
D.
Are you guys sure?
Yes.
Very sure.
All right,
Final answer.
let's start with the Harry Kane.
Fuck
That was
Harry
wrong.
Kane.
Hey,
Let's-
fuck you. Best
let's-
fucking striker in the world. Well, move on.
Let's go to the best striker in the world, Thierry Henry. Nope.
Oh, jeez.
He's a-
Sergio Aguero. Nope. It was D. Jamie Vardy.
And that was a time when they won the league.
Dude, he was. I remember he started the season and he scored, and then the next game he scored, and they're like, he's got to stop scoring every match. It's not going to happen.
And he
Not gonna
broke
happen. And
Ruud
it was
Van
like
Nistelrooy's record.
12 games in a row or 11?
11.
11 games in a row. He broke Van Nistelrooy's record, and they won the league.
Okay, fellas, that was a little bit of trivia. I don't want to burn through it all before we're
Here's
done.
a story.
So, Chris, welcome to the show. Did you happen to catch the video where I
was tweeting during.
Oh yeah, you were. What are your thoughts on that?
Would
you ever do that? Would you ever grow enough hair to get something shaved into it?
I can't grow enough hair.
But it could or would.
Could possibly.
Oh yeah, he's good on the
He
side.
still has a hairline. He's good.
He's the only one who shaves it because he has
thinner in the back. So the thing is, the logo would have to be on the side because there's not much in the back. So
how do you not have it in the back? Like that's where I have all my hair for some reason.
Reverse skunk.
I have none up here. I just want you guys to see the half mullet that I got.
Yeah, that is horrible.
Chris might have enough.
Lolo, when I get back into town, I'm going to finish your haircut.
No, hey, Mr. Director, put up the. I was on the subway today rocking it, okay? Just to let you guys know, I was on the subway rocking my dude.
Oh, you're on the F train too.
Yeah, exactly, fellas. When you're this gorgeous, it doesn't matter what you have here. I had
long enough hair to cover it. You were covering the train, I'm sure.
No,
you're doing
exactly.
You look like a SoundCloud rapper right now. Like
exactly. I had kids looking at me going, "Dope, dope," and I was like, "What are they talking about?"
Chris might have enough hair to fucking shave it on his moon, man.
Bremer says he cut his lockdown. Yeah, he went from Grizzly Adams to Voldemort. While your missus was shopping. My daughter, when she was like 1.5 or so, when she was like 1.5, she took a nap, and while she was napping, I shaved my entire beard off and was just like clean shaven. And I came out and she did not know who I was. And then I said something and she heard my voice and was like, it was the funniest thing. I think we need to film it. Yeah, she goes, Poppy. It was great. So,
are you in there somewhere?
Poppy, are you in there? And yes, Mr. Tom, I was definitely fishing for an excuse because y'all's stupid team was supposed to beat Arsenal so I could have a top knot. But no, now I'm left with this shit. A top knot is doable.
Was there a timeline for how long you keep that, or until it grows in?
Not at all. I'm keeping it for happy hours so we can do this.
I think you got to keep it for a week.
I don't know why. So why did you have to do it even though it was a draw? Was it about the number of goals?
It was 3 goals. It's about 3 goals.
3 goals.
We never mentioned
listen,
win or lose. We never mentioned
I only watched the other stream, and just from my perspective, there was some technical conversation going on whether or not Arsenal scored or not.
No technical. 3 goals.
That needed to be cut off immediately.
3 goals awarded.
3 goals.
Both have to do it, and props to you, Lolo, for doing it. Adam, if you're out there watching, I hear you haven't done it yet.
You need to get
Aubameyang. I hear you haven't done it yet.
Yeah, Aubameyang's new hairdo. That's not his real. He went and got extensions or something because
he looks like he's in crisscross.
Yeah, he looks like he's learning how to crip walk. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
2016 was the last time you had a proper shave. Whew. That's crazy.
Wow.
I mean,
that's
impressive.
The COVID beard's going pretty strong right now.
Yours is. That's your COVID beard. When was the last time you shaved?
Oh, it's been since this is clean shaven.
Yeah.
Last summer. But it's been longer. I mean, Mark knows it's been down to here at times.
When you say last summer, did you mean 1963?
Yeah.
The last summer I really lived.
in the last summer.
Other music,
Correct.
R.I.P. I see your shirt.
Oh, other music. Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest
Yeah,
in
no
power.
doubt.
I don't get it.
There's a great music store in
Oh,
Soho.
I see.
It's over in the
No, technically.
NYU
no.
area. Yeah.
Oh no, it's 4th Street, right?
Well,
It
it's
was over
Great
by,
Jones is third.
Yeah.
West
Yeah,
third
yeah.
between Broadway and Lafayette.
Yeah.
Great Jones.
It was kitty
by
corner
the
from
old
where
tower.
the Virgin store was, or was it Tower Records?
It was a tower.
It was Tower Records.
It
It was kitty corner from Tower.
North side of the street. North side of the street.
Which I think is now like a Blink or something.
So I have a question for you four that are on here. Is it kitty corner or catty corner?
It's kitty corner.
Caddy corner.
I don't use that word. I'd never. It's diagonal across the street or something. You don't say kitty, catty, nothing.
I don't use that bitch ass
Caddy
word.
corner. I don't know.
What
I don't know. That's all I ever heard
kitty?
of.
That's the Midwest shit.
Kitty corner.
It's catty corner.
Kitty corner.
Kitty corner.
Kitty corner.
Kitty corner.
Yeah.
The kitty corner is where they serve little pieces of cake.
Oh, fuck off. It's kitty corner from where you're standing.
If you
How
put-
does that solve it?
if you
How
put-
does that solve it?
if
It's
you're from
just
the
catty
Midwest,
corner.
it's kitty corner.
Is it caramel or caramel?
What's up, Saul? You funny fucker.
Hey, Saul, what's going on?
Did you order gummy bears to the house? Is that dinner?
Yeah.
I did order gummy bears, but no,
Son of a
this
bitch.
is a Slim Jim.
Oh, you ordered Slim Jims to the house for dinner.
No, I had that. The gummy bears were just delivered.
Oh, okay.
But then I read the label and I can't even eat them. Anyway,
Too much shellac?
what?
Just enough shellac.
Oh, okay.
All right, fellas, it's time to get back to some questions because our banter is not cutting it. We're all kitty corner around here. So here we go. Kevin Phillips won the Golden Boot in 1999-2000. So who was the next English player to do so?
Wayne Rooney?
Harry Kane.
No.
Wayne Rooney
Probably.
never won a fucking Golden Boot.
He scored like 25 goals at least twice.
Wasn't enough.
Thierry Henry.
Harry Kane.
Thierry Henry is not English.
English, exactly.
Was it Michael Owen, Harry Kane, Jamie Vardy?
I
or
didn't
Chris
say
Sutton?
Thierry Henry. I said Thierry Henry.
Oh, Thierry Henry
Vardy.
is correct.
Body.
Harry Kane.
Come on,
Thierry
chime
Henry.
in. You're fucking chiming in over here.
I like
That's not
Saul
one,
says
so-
he's washing his breakfast down with his lunch, bacon and
Of
ale.
course he is. And then when he's finished with that, he's going to hit the scotch.
If we're on long enough. Okay, so I would like to click Terry Henry, but it's not on here, Axel.
So I know
Sorry,
Owen
Pete.
won the Ballon d'Or once. I'm going to
Wait,
go
it
Mike
might be
Owen.
Lukaku? Is Lukaku an option?
Luke
Fuck
Cuckoo
Lukaku.
is not an option here.
No, it is not an option, but it's Harry Kane.
I'm going for Vardy.
I'm going to go with Owen. One of those years he scored like 19 or 20 for Liverpool.
Okay, so you guys need to come to a consensus of who I click first. Don't listen to Mr. Tom.
Watch it be Chris Sutton.
Listen to Mr. Tom. It's Harry
not-
Kane.
It's never going to be Chris
The
Sutton.
obvious answer is Harry Kane because it's always
Nah.
Harry Kane.
Not in
Just like in the
99.
NFL, it was always
Not in 1999. It definitely wasn't Harry Kane.
well,
It's
but that
after
was when
1999.
he won it. Harry Kane came on the scene like 4 or 5 years later, but
Is
4 or
Kevin
5
Phillips-
years later.
Wait, in
Harry Kane
2005
did not
or
come
I
on
have
the
no
scene.
idea. I'm
2004.
making this shit up as I go along.
Is Kevin
It's
Phillips?
like in the NFL, your
either
answer is
Michael
always
Owen
Al
or Jamie
Greco.
Vardy.
Listen, here's the sad thing. It was 15 years later.
Come on, you Spurs.
Fuck off.
Kane, yeah.
Hey, here we go.
And you know what? It was like 20 years later. I mean, like 15,
It was
16 years
yeah,
later.
exactly.
Oh, the next person to do so. That was like what, 2010?
Yeah, no,
15.
even later.
Yeah.
From 2000
Maths.
to 2015.
It was
15.
even later.
It was 15, 16. Harry Kane.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
But it was like who, like Bergkamp and Henri and
Yeah, like, good
Didier.
players.
There's some Ronaldos in there.
yeah,
Good
Ronaldo,
Suarez.
Neri Rooney.
I might be wrong about this, but I think Kevin Phillips scored like. Is he the guy who scored 3 for Sunderland and they finished like 12th? Like it's like
that was when he was playing for Reading.
Someone like I don't know why I read this, but like scored 30 for like a bottom half of the table team once. I think it's Kevin Phillips. I gotta look it up.
No, it was. So yeah, Chris
Mr. Tom, you're right.
Chris Sutton and Michael Owen won it together in 97, 98 with 18. And then it went Dwight York, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank with 18 again in 98, 99. Then Kevin Phillips. Then it was Jimmy Floyd, Thierry Henry, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Henri, Didier Drogba, Ronaldo, Nicolas Anelka, Didier Drogba, Carlos Tevez, Berbatov, Robin Van Persie, Suarez, Aguero, and then Kane in the 2015-2016 year. Wow. Who scored 30 for Sunderland? What are you talking about?
Kevin Phillips. That's what we're talking about. That like,
who?
Can you imagine someone scoring 30 for? Maybe they were better back then, but that's just incredible. That's like Chris Wood scoring 30 goals.
Have you guys watched the Netflix doc on Sunderland?
First season, I think. I know there's a second one as well.
I am not going to bring up Lewandowski right now.
Yeah, I know, for real. Fucking forget about it. Oh shit! He's out.
That's it, he's out. New beer. That must be an empty. He would not do that right on the seat like that.
And he's got his Bluetooth headset because I can hear him laughing over in his kitchen. Look at him with like the LEDs behind his TV and shit. He's got this shit. All right. Okay, next question. Here we go. Oh, that's not a question.
It's an answer. Harry Kane is the answer.
Which player holds the record for most consecutive Premier League appearances with 310?
It's got to be a goalie.
Yeah, Brad Friedel or some shit. Some obscure.
Are you kidding me? You actually pulled that shit out?
Yes, Brad Friedel.
Brad Friedel.
That's what I'm going. I'm going with Brad Friedel.
Oh, that's going to be the answer, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Let's wait for Mark and Axel to get back so we can tell them they're wrong. Well done, man. You fucking got that.
You crushed it.
Another Spurs man.
Wow.
I don't know if the producer's just serving him up for us or what, but
yeah,
he was the oldest man in the league at one point too. This was probably going back to like 2012. He was like nearly 50 years old.
Yeah.
45, I think. 45.
But the rest of these guys, Steve Bruce, Frank Lampard, and Cesar Azpilicueta are all up there with like 100. This dude's at 310. Unbelievable.
It's a goalie.
Yeah, it's a goalie.
There's a player.
Actually, you missed that one.
There's a player in Spain, Inaki Williams, is played. He didn't start every game, but he's played every game in the last 5.5 seasons. He's like a forward. I think that's like the current European record, or like current, not record, but
160, 150, 160.
So it's one like over 190.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, guys. What was significant about Mario Balotelli's only assist in the Premier League for Manchester City?
It was a pass.
It was a handball. It was a handball.
It was with his hand.
It was deep.
He was actually offside. It was actually a shot. or it was Sergio Aguero's title-winning goal?
D. I know this.
I would say D. Why not?
Oh, was that the one when City?
Aguero! That one.
When United is walking around thinking they won the league, and then
So good.
the 94th minute, the tears start. Like they just look around and they're like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" You see Rooney celebrating, and then, oh yeah, that's it then.
Yep, it was indeed the title winner. I don't know what all these extra letters in here are. Of Aguero with the...
Oh, it's the apostrophe. The apostrophe is not reading right.
Yep, I get it. All right, guys, who scored the first perfect hat trick? Left foot, right foot header in the Premier League. And remember, this is
Ronaldo just had one.
Since it's been the Premier League.
Shearer.
Is it Thierry Henry, Yakubu, Robbie Fowler, or Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank?
Henry.
I'm gonna guess Fowler just because
Shearer.
I'm
Mr. Tom Shearer, he's going with Chris.
But he's not up there. So
Maybe that was pre.
I'm gonna guess Robbie Fowler just because I'm
going
guessing.
to eliminate Henry because I don't think he scored that many with his head.
Oh, hey.
Welcome back.
I'm going to go with Yakubu for Everton.
I think it was Hasselbank.
Let me know when you guys have your final answers locked in.
Robbie Fowler, final answer.
I'm going to go with
because I have no idea.
Henri again.
It's Henri. I'm going Henri.
I'm going Yakubu.
I'm going to do Axel. Henri.
All right, Mark, Robbie Fowler.
No.
No, sorry. Mr. Tom, Alan Pardew as well is going to be wrong because it's not on the list. Keep going with different Allens. Maybe Ethan Allen. It's just as
Woody
good.
Allen. It
Alan
was
Partridge.
Woody Allen.
It was definitely
Woody Allen
It was
Partridge.
Woody Allen in Bananas.
Yep.
Bananas.
absolutely.
Allen.
Iverson. We're talking.
What a
about.
reference, Mark. That's
Okay.
awesome.
Devils are we, born to be free, just like the monkeys in the trees.
Let's see, Terry Henry.
Oh, shit.
Sorry,
What is it?
Axel.
I actually
Terry
think it
Henry
Jimmy
was
Floyd
wrong as
Hasselbank.
well. Okay, who's up
Wait,
next?
this one's Henry. The other one was Henri. When the fuck? I mean, come on.
The Yak.
I was fucking right, motherfucker.
Mark comes back with some thunder. He went to the bathroom. He was taking a shit, Googling trivia.
Oh no, I was definitely just taking a shit.
Wow.
It's actually
Okay, folks.
Fowler.
This is what we're doing.
Must
Look,
be
this is
Fowler.
happy hour. This is what happens.
Yeah, if a guy disappears, you know he went to the bathroom. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
how it works. You're
Look,
on the
I've
pool
been-
table, you're at the bar. If someone disappears, I went to the bathroom.
And this is not some 18-year-old kid's show. This is an adult show where, you know what? Taking a shit is one of the happiest times of the day for me.
It was fantastic.
I get some peace and fucking quiet. I can play Candy Crush.
Unless Mark made a taco the day before. I mean, that could be not so happy when you're taking a shit after
I'm Mexican, man. I'm used to it.
Ghost peppers.
Ghost pepper, bring it.
Oh.
Don't give.
I want to
Don't
build like a pneumatic tube that sends me beer during happy hour. So we're only getting up to take a shit.
Okay, so that was good because we're talking taking shits, and then you say, "If only I had a pneumatic tube," and
That's
all of
what I
a
was
sudden I'm thinking of you taking a shit.
It works. It's a double tube. One brings me beer. One's for the toilet.
That's great. That's funny. It's funny. What's up, same old Arsenal? Welcome to the show, man. Much different show than you might be used to, but good evening.
So I got a trivia question.
Exactly, Ken the Lobo. That's what I'm talking about. I have two kids. The only time I get peace is taking a shit, and I've instilled it in my daughter. When my daughter used to come banging on the door when the bathroom's shut, she knows now. Bathroom shut. You don't fucking touch the door. This is my time. You get the fuck out. Otherwise, I'll bring you in here and hold you in here, and it is not a pleasant thing. I told you before, I'm Mexican. Like tamales and fucking huevos rancheros for breakfast. Like, you don't want to be in here. Get out of here. Anyway, sorry. Axel, you said you had something?
Yeah, I had a question.
Football related?
I'm actually curious, as a German, why are the international breaks called the English weeks?
Who calls them English weeks?
Yeah, I don't.
You've never heard that before?
Where's the Germans? The Germans must.
The Germans call them English week.
Shit,
Probably a World
all
War
right.
II reference. Must be a World War II reference.
I should look that up before I ask.
He's like, why is the international breaks called fucking pussy weeks?
Now I have to look this shit up, man.
Ay. Exactly, Arsenal. That's why we call it the throne in the UK. It should be. No, I have buddies who just don't. They tell me their kids come running in. They never get a shower. They never get any peace and quiet. And I'm like, no. Toilet time is like watching West Brom and Newcastle, full of shit. Yes, indeed. So, fellas, quick Premier League break. Who do you think is actually going to get relegated? Is Newcastle actually going to go, or is it Fulham? Do you think Fulham's going to shit the bed?
Nope. Newcastle's going down.
I think Fulham's going to beat Newcastle the last game of the season, and then
I don't think it comes down to that.
You don't think it goes down to that?
No.
You think it's done before that?
Yep. Yeah, Newcastle's just way too hurt. And their best players are the ones that are hurt.
Yo, their best player is Joe Willock, man. Arsenal guy.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I'm going to freeze my screen.
No, unfortunately,
Brighton's
I think he may be their best player right now.
I think Brighton's safe now. I think it's already they're already out of it.
Rusty Smith is right.
English week is Monday, Thursday, Saturday games in 1 week. I explain.
I don't know what it. Yeah, I don't know. I looked it up real quick. It's some kind of history that goes back to. There's like
playing 3 matches in 7
references
days.
and all gonna like. I don't know how that is transferred into international breaks in my mind, but
yeah.
Anyway.
We have some debate here going on. Bremers Goes says the Seagulls, the Baggies, and the Blunts, but then Lalobo says Newcastle, Baggies, and Blunts.
That's the one I would go with.
Newcastle. And then Mr. Tom, I agree with Mr. Tom. He says, I have a prediction. Big Sam will try to resign before West Brom are officially relegated so he can avoid having it on his resume.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It's not going to happen.
He's never been relegated. This would be his
Nope.
I know. So that's why he resigned.
And that would be worse. That would be worse if he resigned because he was like, my record is more important than the team that I manage.
He's the only undefeated English.
And that would be stupid.
Yeah, he was brought in to save it.
Big Sam, you get yourself out of the bottom 3.
Hold on.
Mr. Director. There he is.
Mr. Director, can we bring Mark up to full screen so he can have a proper rant? Do it again, Mark.
Side with Sam too. Put Sam in
You know
there.
what? That is ridiculous. What? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Big Sam, own it. If you're going to get out of relegation, get out of relegation. Don't resign because there's no way that's happening because that's putting his record before the team. And that's why Lolo wanted me on the big screen so he can go have a tinkle.
Oh, in the little Arsenal room again.
He's having a tinkle.
Oh yeah, the little gun room.
Hey.
Got a bucket
Mark,
there on the side or what?
You're supposed to rant for longer than that so we can go take a piss.
I tried, man. There was a lot of Big Sam going up in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of Big Sam going over there, too.
Oh, that's a little Sam.
Well, it's Sam. Sorry.
How does Mrs. Lolo feel about that?
Yeah, she's still getting used to the hair, so.
Oh shit!
Okay, fellas, here we go.
West Brom, it's Sheffield, and it's Newcastle. It's all going down.
Are we in a no? Because some people are saying Brighton. Yeah, Brighton. That's just where we were. I don't think Brighton. I think Brighton.
I think Brighton hangs on just a little bit. They have just a little more talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fellas, let's get back to a little bit more trivia before I run out of trivia. Okay. Let's see what we got here. What player scored 4 goals in 12 minutes after coming on as a sub versus Nottingham Forest? Was it Sergio Aguero, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, David Beckham, or Alan Shearer?
It's Ole, isn't it?
Robin Hood.
It's Ollie. I'm out of here.
Ollie.
That's just stupid. Fucking Ollie.
Mark had never heard of Ollie before this season. What are we talking about? How is he guessing that? What do you guys say?
Ollie.
All
So
right.
those other people that played for versus Nottingham Forest. That's different. Yeah.
It would be the super sub himself.
Baby-faced assassin.
The baby-faced assassin. Yeah, I think they won 8-1 that match, just like Mr. Tom said. All right, guys, which goalkeeper has the record of 138 clean sheets for the same Premier League team? Is it Petr Cech, David Seaman, David James, or Mark Schwarzer?
Seaman?
Bueller.
I'm going to go with B.
David Seaman. As much as I would love it.
Nope. I'm going to go with Mark Schwarzer.
Cech is what I guessed.
Yeah,
Schwarzer.
I'm going to go with Czech now that I'm wrong.
Oh, Schwarzer was also wrong. All right, Bueller.
Checking his headgear. Checking his headgear.
It would be Petr Cech and not for Arsenal. For the
Listen,
He was dog shit.
This
for
guy, he was up on top of it. Like, he was Petr Cech before we had Flickr and Twitter. Petr.
The elimination of the last vowel. Is that what we're doing there?
It is a German thing to do.
how do you is it Peter or Petr?
Petr.
Petr.
It's Petr.
It's better.
It's Petr?
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard anyone call him Peter Cech. I mean, not
I've heard
anybody.
plenty of people. Once he came to Arsenal, he was welcome, Peter Cheech.
No, he was dog shit, is what he was.
Peter Cheech, he's talking over there with Jose.
No, it's Jose.
It's Jose.
No, he's Portuguese.
Not
It's
in
Jose.
Premier League. It's
Jossie.
Jose.
It's Jossie.
It's not Peter Chooch and Jose. It's fucking Peter
Piotr.
Chooch and Josie.
It's Piotr Chuch.
Piotr? He's Russian now?
Piotr Chuch.
Piotr?
And Jose Mourinho.
Dynamo Zagreb.
Hey, Mr. Tom, you're a funny guy.
He's hilarious.
Okay, Bremer's Ghost, you need to let us know when you moved on to the Scotch.
Who's got the YouTube on, man, with the video, with the
Echoes?
double echo?
Yeah, you hear me screaming?
I mean, not I.
Okay, guys, here we go. We're running down. I think we're almost done. How many clubs have never been relegated from the Premier League? Is it 6, 3, 4, or 5?
6.
I'm gonna say 6.
Big 6.
I'm gonna say 6.
Mark with a K is going 3. All right, 6. There we go.
Well, Mark actually got one wrong.
Stop. Look,
Everton.
it's not like he hasn't seen the questions before.
Tottenham,
All right, name them.
United, Chelsea, Everton, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham.
Tottenham, baby. That's right.
Damn.
Big six.
Here's a question.
On their own league.
Is it Koch or Cock?
Cock.
See,
rubbing
the problem
cock.
with him is
It's
Rubbing cock.
It's Coke. But
his
okay.
first name is
Rubbing
Robin.
cock.
So he's been robbing cock his whole life.
You're rubbing cock.
Stop talking about my wife.
That's
like that.
the Bavarian. How do we say Bavaria?
Yes,
What was that?
Bremers Ghost. Drams all around. Hey, can we get a round of Guinness for all the lads?
Oh, I have a Guinness.
There we go.
That's more than a round. Goddamn.
There you go.
It
Hey
looks
guys,
about as much as I drank before I got on.
cheers to everybody who's been here with us watching this whole time. I really appreciate it. We love having you guys. I hope you enjoy our happy hour show. This is what it's like hanging out with dudes at a bar in Brooklyn. Most of these guys, I mean, basically, yeah, all you guys are who I would hang out with on a normal Friday night at Wade's. Chris, I would have been hanging out with on the stoop drinking. But the rest of y'all clowns, we'd be waiting to play pool, talking shit about each other's football team, and then Axel coming up and going, Have you seen how Bayern's doing? They're doing really good. And we're like, get the fuck out of here, Axel. Nobody cares about Bayern Munich. The fuck out of here.
Absolutely.
And that would be the guy.
It's a farmers league forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It doesn't matter what our soccer says. It's a farmers league.
And I would be the guy complaining about how long the list was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus
And
Christ,
then-
there's 20 minutes up there. I gotta get the fuck out of
And
here.
then Spurs Chris would come up and go, Tottenham, and we go, fucking go away. Let's talk
Then
about
I'm up
something.
next. I'm still on the table. Still on the table.
So Nick,
And then
In
you
all
win 2 games and get smacked.
in all seriousness, Arsenal's not that far away from a Champions League spot this year. Can they do it?
Nope.
No.
No.
Are you just looking at numbers,
Yes.
or what's the
Yes,
what's the
we can
math
do
on
it.
that?
Like,
Yes, we can do it.
I mean, it's
Okay,
not
yes,
that many
anyone
points.
can, but
It's
will
not that
you
many
do it?
points.
You
Well,
won't.
that's a whole different question. I'm saying,
No.
I'm asking Nick, can they do it?
No.
Yes.
Do you think they can do it?
Too far down the table.
Yes.
What do you
Can't
mean
they?
too far down the
Run up.
table?
What are your
Hey,
last-
How many
your
fucking
last-
points are there? It's not that many. It's
First
not
of
that
all-
many points.
Like 6 points.
Listen. Can they and
like
will
6 points
they
in 6 teams, though.
are two different
Mark
questions.
of the
Yes,
Sea is in
I know
bed.
that.
Mark of the Sea is in
Can they?
bed.
You
I'm
asked,
asking, can they?
Yes.
Can
Yes,
they?
can.
Listen,
They still
if I
can.
was you, I would be like, can they? Yeah, man, fuck yeah. Let's fucking do it. And will they? All right. I
Here's
don't
the
know.
difference.
Maybe, hopefully.
Here's the difference between my show and other people's Arsenal-based shows. Yo, Cantac, they will. Get on here, you dirty beast.
They're 7 points back. Oh, Jesus.
7 points
that's
back is
nice.
nothing.
Is that the battle of the bulge?
Listen, here's the difference. We are not a fact-based show. We are a pure gut show.
That's fun.
And will Arsenal make it to the Champions League spot on their own? No. But can they? Yeah. And do I believe they can? Yeah. Do I know they can? No, they cannot. But do I believe they can? Fuck yeah. And here you go, Cantac. And where you at? Get your fucking ass on the show.
Axel,
But
did
listen-
you mean a championship spot or a championship?
Shut up.
Champions League spot.
Champions
Can
League.
they get into?
We
Can they
actually
make
can't
it
go
into
to
fifth?
Champions.
Can
We
they
can't
make
go
it
to-
into fifth? No, you can,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Fifth.
But
No.
just like who just said it? Mr. Tom probably or somebody. No, Lobo said Leeds can as well. Wolves can as well. With teams playing as shit as Tottenham are playing, and Aston Villa, look at the teams ahead of us. Spurs, Aston Villa. Aston Villa is actually not playing very well. Spurs beat Aston Villa, and they're like, "We're back, baby." No, Aston Villa's crap right now. So, all I'm saying.
Call me wrong. But I feel like there has been like a teams have had good spells like Arsenal and really terrible spells. Should Arsenal go into a really good spell, they can fucking do it.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Sure.
And the rest of our season, I think we face Liverpool coming up pretty soon. Next, right?
I mean,
Next,
both teams have to win that game.
And yeah, Liverpool's ahead of us too.
Who's got more to lose?
Liverpool could end up 10th if they keep doing what they've been doing.
Well, they're starting to look better with Fabinho back.
Yes. But I think Axel's right. And you know, this Premier League season is so fucking weird. Teams are doing weird shit. And you know, United's sitting pretty in second. They could have a poor run of form, and Chelsea could overtake them. Chelsea looks like the only team that is actually doing something well.
So my question is how many games are left? There's like 9, 8, 7.
Depends on which team you're on. I mean, Man City
in general. In general.
So, Mr. Tom, that's a different. So, can we make it into the Champions League? Yes, I think our best route is through the Europa League. Like you're saying, we have a better chance of winning the Europa League than we do of legit making it into there. But it's still not statistically impossible.
Oh, it's not impossible. I mean, we're only 6 points.
But it's also not statistically impossible.
You're 7.
Leeds getting into the Champions League.
Oh my God! Really?
I'm just saying it isn't.
Pander to our audience.
No, if we're looking at numbers and Wolves as well, you fucking bastard.
No, Wolves have no chance.
They have just as much a chance as Arsenal.
I'll tell you what, the biggest chance that the Wolves have is that Raul Jimenez will be on the roster for the West Ham game. That's it. That's their best chance right there.
No.
They have no chance at anything. If they have a chance at anything, that's what it is.
No.
He's going to have his little headband.
No, he's not. He's not going to come back.
What is this that I read that the Premier League is changing the header rule, or they're working with some sort of
for the
header or the handball?
No, the header.
Concussion.
They're going to have
should be changing the handball rule, man.
It's going to be like Daft Punk playing each other every fucking match.
Okay. You know what I wish? Instead of those guys like retiring and breaking up, I wish they found like other musicians and they were like, okay, guys, you are going to be Daft Punk. So here we go. Here's your mask and go at it. And they could have lived forever.
Wait, did they actually retire?
They did.
Yeah.
They did, but I gotta say, Mark, it was the weirdest breakup ever because, like, you know, there's been like hundreds and millions of bands that were like not active for like 10 years, and they were just like, faded into the whatever. And Daft Punk this year was like, hey, we're putting a stop to this right now. Yep. Nobody even thought about us for like 5 years, but we're quitting.
But wouldn't it have been great if they would have selected like a few people and said, here's the helmet, here's a bunch of songs, go do it for 20 years. And they would live on forever.
But here's my question. Why did only one of them get blown up?
He's the one who wanted to leave. He left. He walked away. He turned around. The other guy detonated the jetpack, and that was the end of it.
All right, in that case, I'm going because I'm fucked up and I'm going to go to sleep.
All right, Mark. We'll see you, man. Get your rest. We need you to get into the Champions League, all right? So
take it.
Rest. And well done winning the League of Nations.
Also, thank you for not breaking my leg in 4 places.
Yes,
Oh, this
as
time.
always.
Wait
This
till
time.
quarantine's over. Wait till quarantine's over. He'll be back.
Yep.
When quarantine is over, I'm gonna hug the fuck out of you, man.
And I'm gonna lick your nipples.
Good to see you, Mark.
Take
Whether
care.
you like it or not.
Congrats winning the Game of Thrones.
I
It's
like
going to be
that.
a bit salty, isn't it?
I'll wash.
Axel, now this is something Axel and I saw. This is actually something Axel and I have talked about before. Of VAR seems to be very well implemented in the Bundesliga.
In the Bundesliga, VAR
always
is
asks
very
me-
efficient.
He always asks
Yeah.
me, like, why is VAR always an issue? It doesn't ever seem to be an issue in the Bundesliga.
Well, I'm just even in the Champions League, I feel like it's actually, in the grand scheme of things, it's well done in the Champions League.
Hot take of the night.
Do you feel like? I mean, I don't know. I know.
You
Obviously,
don't
in the
argue with
Bundes-
authority.
No, I
Well, I
feel
mean,
like
the thing
Bundesliga
is-
is one thing, Champions League is another thing, and Premier League is another thing. I don't know. Like, what's the difference really between EPL and elsewhere?
I mean, in EPL, they tell them to keep the flags down, which is like led to a lot of other issues. You know, they tell them to just play through. There's been
Well, that's a
injuries.
whole nother issue, actually.
It is a totally whole other issue. Rupert.
Well, no,
Tuchel
but I
would
think
be
VAR
hurt if it wasn't for
plays
that
into
rule.
that. But VAR plays into that because they're saying like, oh, we'll just look at it later. Like, it's not in the moment of the game. You know, it's not up to linesmen they're right most of the time. You know, like
So okay,
they're right.
so I'm gonna give you that, and that's actually kind of interesting because if I'm gonna like look at the Bundesliga, right, in terms of like how the VAR is viewed, I feel like that the offside rule and keep the flag down, that is probably the most controversial thing about all that thing and everything. But when I hear about problems with VAR in other leagues, it's mostly about handball, I think. Maybe penalties, less so than offsides.
Right, which that doesn't interrupt the flow of the game. Like if everyone sees a
Yeah.
handball, like they're stopping or like something happens. It's not that people are playing on when somebody's clearly offsides. And then I mean, there's been multiple injuries this year due to that.
Yeah. No.
People are flying down.
The whole thing about calling or putting the flag up or down or keeping it on offsides, it's bullshit. Like if it's clear, fucking call it. Who cares? Don't keep it down just because it's gonna play on another whatever how many seconds and cause injuries. Yeah.
No, I mean that's what they say. If it's
Yeah.
clear, go ahead and call it. But,
Yeah.
But the
But they're
thing
not
is,
doing that. They have not been doing that in the EPL. They have
No,
not.
they
been
have.
doing it.
No, they have
flag
not been
down.
doing, and you're right. Listen, and that's the problem. So with VAR, right? Like my problem with VAR is like, okay, that's where like the problem lies. You're saying obviously in EPL, I feel like there's other problems, but that's like if you were to complain about VAR in the Bundesliga. And even it's not even VAR actually. It's just the offsides rule. Yeah. Blah blah blah. The offsides rule is bullshit because it's just too long.
no. Listen, I think the offside rule with VAR was brought in to correct 2 or 3 mistakes the entire season because the linesmen, they are fucking brilliant. I have to say, for decades they've been fantastic. But
Right. Not making mistakes.
Every season there's 2 or 3 mistakes where looking at it again and you're going, he wasn't quite offside. So this was all to correct 2 or 3 mistakes. Yet now Rui Patricio is getting kicked in the face and knocked out for 15
by his own
minutes.
teammate. By his own teammate.
things like this where, or like play is what makes me even more mad than, unfortunately, it makes me even more mad than Rui Patricio getting kicked in the face is when before they would have flagged someone offside, but they keep the flag down. The guy gets the ball, he goes up and he plays the ball back, and they get the ball, and they get a corner. When really it should have been offside 5 minutes ago.
But there's
Right.
plenty of
And
goals.
so now they have a corner and they can go on to score a goal. Like,
Right.
But
Right.
VAR has called stuff off for a handball that was 3-4 plays beyond, like in the midfield. You know, like it's just changed the game
it's
entirely.
like, call it.
So
that
hold on, guys. I got a question here. So a player is offsides, and they hold back the flag, and at the end of play, they raise the flag, offsides, and the continuation. Is that like from when that player was offsides? Is that part of stoppage time?
Well, stoppage time is like
Stoppage
totally
time
fluid
is-
and a
stoppage
fucking
time is
total
a
bullshit
ref's-
fucking thing anyway.
It's a ref
It's like up to the
discretion.
ref, exactly what Nick
Sure,
says. It's
sure,
up
I
to the
understand
ref.
that.
Normally
I'm
it's
just-
like
I'm
it's
just
like a
curious.
handball.
But Mark,
Minute
to
ball
answer your
and some-
question, any ref can decide on their own. There's no, hard rule.
And then it's even like 2 minutes of stoppage time. It's at least 2 minutes. It can
Right.
go 10 minutes if they want.
Right.
And you see him checking his watch and going,
Yeah, I still got time.
We're gonna let
I
got
have
time
Harry
on the
Kane on my
meter.
fantasy team.
Wait, Messi can get another one. Well,
I don't want to mess up his hat trick. Bullshit. Let's go back to some fucking trivia. All right, fellas. Here we go. How many teams were in the first ever Premier League?
22.
6.
Was it 22? 6.
The big
Not
six.
the NHL.
Fuck it.
It's over. You got it right, Mark.
I'm going to go for 18. I'm going to go for 18 as well.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with 22 because
It was
Chris is
6,
probably
guys.
right.
It was 6. Game over. End of stream. We're done.
Shut it down.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
32 game season. 22.
22,
I'm going with Chris because
20, 24, or 18.
Mr. Tom says 22.
Let's see. I would like to click on 6, but I don't really have that option. So we'll start with 24.
2 plus 4 is 6, and now it's not available.
Nope. It's looking like
Oh, cross elimination.
We have a winner.
gotta be 22 there, man. Well done there. All right, fellas. The lowest attendance was 3,039 in 1993 when Everton played away. Now, this is clearly pre-COVID.
Nodding.
When Everton played away to which club?
Sheffield
Leeds
Wednesday.
United, Sheffield Wednesday,
Listen,
Wimbledon, or
The
Leicester?
only the Spanish flu counts as pre-COVID.
Wednesday.
I'm going with Leeds.
Wimbledon.
Wednesday.
Mr. Tom is probably right.
I'm going to go with Wednesday too.
Wimbledon.
Yeah, Kantak, I agree with you. Somebody joined in the stream and gave us a thumbs down and left, unless it's one of you assholes.
How old is that
In which
photo?
case-
Contact.
In
How
which
was that
case,
photo
valid
Kantak?
because I just called you asshole. So go for it. MK Dons. That's not even an option, Saul. He is mixing his whiskey.
You can't
with
call
his
Wimbledon MK Dons. That's like a.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you did there.
All right, so we'll start with Spursy Chris. Sorry.
So we're gonna call. So we're gonna. If they win, it's Wimble.
No. Wait, is that why they became MK Dons?
They took the Don from Wimbledon. Yeah.
Oh, Milton Keynes. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Was it Liverpool? Nobody went for the derby. No. Mark, It was not Leeds United. It was the Don. There
Yay
you
for
go.
Wimble.
Sorry, Saul. You're just smarter than I.
Wimbledon.
Start fights calling Wimbledon the Dons. Vinny will get you.
I'm calling him
emotional,
Wimble.
man.
They ain't no Don, just Wimbles.
Been
So,
emotional.
to you Leeds United fans that are mostly our followers here, and you guys know Vinny Jones, right? Vinny Jones, the actor.
No. Who's that?
You know Vinny Jones?
Yeah.
I tell you, it's been emotional.
Should I know Vinny Jones?
Yeah. He was a Leeds United player. He played for a bunch of other teams as well. But there was a debate online I saw about is Vinny Jones a Leeds United legend? He played for Wimbledon. There you go. See. And he played for Leeds United. So is Vinny Jones a Leeds United legend? That's what people were asking.
Burner says yes. Legend of Leeds.
Because he didn't play his whole time there and all that, but
Played like 2 seasons.
yeah.
Does that make him a legend?
But
2 seasons. I'm gonna go with a big fat no.
But
What did he do for him though? What did he do for him? Did he get him?
he brought him out of the second division, I believe so. He put a Leeds tattoo on his leg. He got him plenty of
that's
fights.
a tramp stamp.
He
That's a
was in
tramp
Lock,
stamp.
Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Oh, this guy.
Well, that's
I know.
kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
I do know this guy.
Not a legend.
He's fucking great. He talks like that. He's fucking.
And he fucking hates porkies too, I'm sure.
He's the one who tells his son not to cuss.
Oh yeah, we're still. It's before prime time.
No, he's the hitman, and his son says something like that fucking, and he's like, "Oh, language."
Oh yeah.
He's fantastic. But
wasn't he also like a bruiser? He was just the guy who was out there to like break legs in the league.
He broke legs. He had a couple of key goals. Like he only had 2 or 3 goals in his career.
On the corner, or he's not a man I see gunning up the pitch.
I love we're all talking about Vinny Jones like we watched him.
We saw him in livestock, though.
Like he brought like his signature line and in his pressers into the Guy Ritchie movie. It was like, "Oh, and one more thing, it's been emotional," because that's what he would always say when he was interviewed on the pitch. It was, "Well, let me tell you, man, it was emotional."
Mark, you've been doing far too much research. I'm not used to you actually knowing things, and it's throwing me off. You need to go back to not knowing anything. There's Vinny Jones.
Oh, Jesus Christ, look at him. He's about to 15. He's the top man. He's the top man. He is. He's 15 too much lighter. You know, he's
cool.
Not carrying the weight that he once was. He's hanging out down by the river. He's hanging out down by the river, and he's looking for his juggernaut.
All right, for the next trivia question, we're gonna have a quote from him versus an Arnold quote, head to head. Who wins?
Was it his score or was it Arnold's score?
Do we have quotes?
Yeah, Mr. Tom, he was the one with the quickest red card, wasn't he? Vinny Jones. He got a red card 5 seconds in.
That would be funny. I don't know if that's true, but that would be fucking funny.
I think it is true.
Google that, Lolo.
I'm trying. I
think Mr. Tom is on.
Oh, there's a child.
Oh man, what the fuck?
That's no, that's a fucking Man United kid.
Studs down. That's yellow. That's yellow. Studs down. That's a yellow.
That's David Beckham's kid. He fucked him up.
Studs down. Studs down.
Studs down is a legal tackle. That kid's diving. He's not even touching him. It's a long lens.
So it's a yellow card for simulation.
He recorded in an album in 2002 called Respect, apparently. That's got to be terrible.
Yeah. I'm going to be in agreement with Chris.
Who do you duet with? Marky Mark or some shit?
All right.
92? Yeah, maybe Vanilla Ice was probably doing something.
No, 2002.
Oh, 2002. No one. It was him.
Okay, here's a good question from Ken Lolobo. We'll see if Chris knows this one. Because I know me and Mark and Axel probably won't. A good question for your next quiz is to name the original founder members if the football league. Original founding members of the football league. I would say Marky Mark, Ice-T, Ice Cube, and Princess Harriet.
Sheffield,
Newcastle,
Hallam. Is this like the teams from like 1860?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think it's of, not if.
Yeah, I got that much.
Somebody mentioned Munich 1860 before. I don't know if they're part of this. I guess it's possible.
No, different league. Different league. It's the island versus the mainland.
I know, like, Nottingham is really old. Stoke is really old. I just don't know if that's what we're talking about, like that far. If it's that far back.
I mean, Spurs were until the 1890s, so it's if we're talking about the 1850s.
Right,
Preston North End.
They were the first invincible.
Yeah, all right. That might be.
They went invincible in like 1881, something like that.
With rags and a sock.
I don't know. Do you have an answer for us?
I got fuck all.
No, I think I'm asking
And Lolobo.
Lolobo.
Good question.
Of course, I'm
on
not
the stairs with Lolobo.
Wait. The original founder members
founding
of the
you fucking bastard.
You fucking pikey.
Shit, man.
Fucking pikey. Mr. Tom says
The founding members. Oh man,
Everton
that's...
and
That's not that.
Wolves. I don't think was that early.
Bolton, big up Bolton, big up Bolton.
Bolton, Blackburn Rovers, West Brom, Derby County,
Bunch of Rovers and Wanderers.
Accrington Stanley.
Well, they are. It's 1850s. That's all it was.
Do these Swedish?
We're gonna get one at a time. We're gonna get one at a time.
Do they count?
Ken's doing them one at a time.
Are you guys looking for me to find the answers? I'm still looking up Vinnie Jones photos.
I think Mr. Tom gave us the answer.
I don't know. Our director stepped away for a minute to make dinner. So now I'm in control.
I'm trying to figure out what's English, what's Irish, what's not English, what's Scottish, what's fucking UK. Listen, all this fucking shit is fucking. I don't got no idea, man.
I'll tell you, Axel. Irish is up here in the front right here. Scottish is back here in the back here. And that's all I know. Other than that, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Are we talking about football?
I don't know. Like where, like if
I thought we were still talking accents.
Where do you got to live to play? And actually, no, that's a serious question. Like, where do you got to live to play in the EPL? Like, is Ireland in the EPL? No. I don't even actually know. You know, this is I'm a Bayern Bayern fan, so I don't know nothing.
So there's 5 teams from Wales that play in the English like pyramid system, but I think everyone else is from England. And there's actually a team in England on the border of Scotland called Berwick. I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. That plays in
Berwick.
Do you have to be in the EU?
You have to be in England. For the most part, you have to be in England.
Sound Northern Irish.
Well, what
because
does England
Northern
mean?
Irish is even more in the front there. That's why.
So Scotland has their own.
The England or United Kingdom?
England. But there's five Welsh teams.
Mr. Tom, this I know for a fact this is one of our questions coming up, so don't give anybody the answer. There have been 2 Welsh teams that played in the Premier League, but other than that, it's an English Premier League.
Swansea. Well, there's those 2 teams, but there's also Wrexham, Newport, and
Berwick.
Wrexham, hardly even knew him.
Wrexham.
Yeah. Berwick plays in the Scottish system, though, even though they're in England.
Is there a Scottish system? So there's a whole league, a Scottish league? Is there an Irish? Man, I don't know, man.
No, one of the biggest like battles and like wars that goes on is the Rangers Celtic. Not Celtics.
Boston Celtics
Rangers
versus the New York Rangers.
Yeah, that's the whole Protestant Catholic thing, though.
It's
That's
Protestant
Catholic,
and they fucking they like literally murder each other. It's crazy. You should look into it, Axel. It's crazy.
I mean, hooliganism has really waned in the last 20 years, but like that was some other shit.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
that's crazy. Look, we got a question from a new viewer here, Neil Garner. He says, "What happened to the New York Cosmos? And do you think USA Soccer MLS will match the European leagues one day?"
No, never.
Shut the fuck up, everybody. I got a different opinion on that.
Well, it depends, right? It might match, like, it might be as good as, like, Sweden's league is, or, maybe.
No. I want to hear Axel because I think I'm more on Axel's side here.
What year are we talking? 2100?
So here's
fucking 2050. Who knows? He says in the future. The future is a long way.
I don't know. And look, like soccer is one of those things that's pretty entrenched, and it's different from politics. But if there's one thing I can say about the US of A is they're always late to the fucking game, and then they fucking master it. So I don't know when, I don't know if, but do I think they're capable of mastering it? Yeah. It's just I don't know. Whenever they fucking set their mind to it, whenever the fucking things pan out, I absolutely think. Look, even now, like you got Zlatan coming over there to the LA Galaxy. Oh yeah, right. That's funny. He's fucking old. Blah blah blah. And oh, now he's playing back on the Swedish team. Now you got all these like other Christian Pusilic, like all these like Americans that are playing in the other leagues. Like all of a sudden, you're gonna see, like it's we're not paying attention to it because we're not taking it serious at all. And all of a sudden, it's like, what the fuck happened? That's what I think is going to happen in the long run. I don't know how long it's going to take.
Axel, I think you have a point because you know what? The reason soccer isn't as popular in the United States is because there was no money in it. There was no money in it before. And the MLS is still kind of this backwater sort of thing here. But the money in the Premier League and the Champions League and the World Cup and even now with the Copa de Oro.
Let's get to World Cup.
I would.
All I'm saying is
that the
now
Chinese league will be bigger before the U.S. would as a better chance than the U.S. league does.
Which one?
Listen,
I think in 50 years the Chinese Super League will probably be bigger than the MLS because that's where there's a lot of money going into
money then.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that if we're looking at 20 years in the future, the amount of money, and Axel is right about that. Like we may be shit now, but we're a country of 200 million plus people. We're not an island nation of Jamaica or somewhere, where if we want, and it's not about us wanting to be the best at soccer, it's us wanting to be the best at capitalism.
No.
And,
Not at all.
And there's much money to be had that we're going to have to find a way to get good at it.
No.
Thank
What
you
it
for
is
putting out the proper amount of people that live in this country, not 200 million some. It's
what
three-
it
three-
is,
Voters, 200 and something million.
if I
voters.
may, what it is
Adults?
that
We're talking about adults?
the sports space in the United States is too crowded. You have football, you have baseball, you have basketball, you have college sports.
But there's an off season. There's
There
an
is-
off season.
there
There is
is
a time
no
of year when there are none
room,
of those sports.
And soccer is not as visible, and that's what
Now
these
it is.
players want.
right.
It's a full sport.
Mark,
No, it is
I
not.
have
Not
Mark.
in the United States.
Mark.
In the United States, football, basketball, baseball, college sports rules the airwaves. There's no room for that. And
There's
if
a
you
time
want-
of year when none of those are playing. Yes,
No,
there is.
My God, no.
Yes,
no.
there is.
Guys,
Are you
can I
kidding me?
speak?
Okay,
It's
so
called the
you have-
boring
you have
time of
foot-
year. Everybody knows
Okay.
about it.
February,
Mark,
March.
Nick, can I speak?
Oh, and it was basketball.
Guys,
Let's
I
let
came
Mark
from
finish,
the
though. Let's let Mark
yes. Let's
finish.
let's Mark finish.
All I'm saying is that there is no room for soccer for blah blah blah, Mr. Director, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, there's no room.
Mark,
These sports rule in America, and in other countries, those sports don't rule. So football or soccer can take the high road, the headlining spot. With
I would like to retort.
You have cricket.
and you may when
rugby.
I'm finished. They're the headliners in other countries. In this country, it is a minor supporting act. And people that want to be in sports and want to make the money and get the endorsements, they don't want to play soccer.
Okay, Mark. Let me just ask you this.
This is chicken or egg thing. This is chicken or egg stuff.
Hold on. What are the highest grossing teams in the world?
We're not talking about the world. We're talking in the U.S.
I know, but I'm talking the world.
I have
And
no
the
idea.
U.S. is a world
All I
power.
know is
We care about the world.
It's the Shanghai Clicker Clackers.
Nope.
For all I fucking know.
The dragon, red
No, it's
dragons.
not. No, it's not. It's Real Madrid and Manchester United.
Awesome.
So the Americans who have gone on to buy clubs like Arsenal and trying to be the Roman Abramoviches of the world, like, we want that money. It's unfortunately for Americans, it's not about the sport of it. It's about the money of it, which is a sport in itself. And so I feel that what you're saying, Mark, is totally correct for the here and now. But we're talking 10, 20 years from now. And the one global sport is football.
And do you think in the U.S. market that the NFL is not going to give up their foothold?
No.
The NBA is
there's
not going to give up.
NFL can't
There is
fucking
no
do
room.
shit.
There is no room because that's competition.
I would say baseball's at risk with
Baseball might be at risk because that's a much slower game.
Yeah.
Listen,
But-
it's I don't have to sacrifice watching NFL to be a Premier League fan. Because football is one day a week.
Sure.
But
But
Premier League also
NFL
happens.
football.
Do you
that's a
pay
different
for
time.
football?
You're also watching it earlier in the
Do
day.
you
You're
pay
watching
for
it earlier in
football?
the day because it's happening in a different country. Like
Do
the
you
matches
pay
that happen.
for NFL?
MLS games compete with NFL games for sure.
Do you
Can
pay
we?
for
Can we?
NFL?
Can I have a minute?
Yeah, go for it,
Anyone?
Axel.
All right. So I hear what you guys are all saying, and like NFL, who can get blah 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 blah. I get it. There's definitely something there, but I'm just looking at the trajectory of where we are now versus where we were 5 years ago, where we were 10 years ago, where we were 15 years ago, and the trajectory is just, I mean, like, that's, in my mind, that's all you have to look at, right? Like 5 years ago, you couldn't go into a bar and watch the Champions League unless it was like some special bar. Nowadays, you can't go into any bar and watch anything because of the fucking COVID. But just prior to that, it's basically, league club soccer, European club soccer is entrenched now. EPL, Bundesliga is on ESPN. It's on there. All of that shit. Champions League is on CBS Plus. I don't care about any other American sport. I think that the only signal that you have to watch is comparison year over year over year, where the teams are in terms of where they're shown on TV in the U.S. And that's all that's going to matter in the future.
Yeah, but the thing is that I think until like our own local academies and local teams are prevalent, I think it's going to be hard for like.
But I think that comes hand in hand.
We're watching the Premier League. We're watching Serie A.
I think that comes hand in hand.
No one here watches the MLS. The MLS has gotten bigger, but
this is what, like Mr. Tom is saying here, the U.S. men's national team needs to go deep into the World Cup to capture the eyes. I mean, we got out of the group stage and we blew up. Like it blew up. So
I tried in '94,
but we weren't successful.
To go back to
successful, and we lost to Portugal in the whistle that never came.
Yes,
but the national teams only matter so much. Even without the U.S. national team doing great, how much the U.S. watches European soccer has increased fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Period.
And I think that's because of the women's team.
No,
maybe so. I think it's just
it's level of competition. It's level of competition. We want to watch good soccer. We don't want to watch the MLS teams fumble around.
Nobody wants to watch a game where you fucking turn on to the fucking commercials every 10 minutes. That's it. That's it. Honestly, at the end of the day, that's it. That's why soccer is the beautiful game, because it's a flowing game
45 minutes.
Where you're going to watch people play and you don't have the fucking every 10 minutes or 5 minutes an interruption. Nobody wants to fucking have that. Nobody. And you watch a thing on the TV that long? That's what I'm saying.
So going back to Mark's point of, am I going to pay for, and do I pay for NFL and all that? Right now we're paying, we all cut cable, and so we're not paying the $80 a month we were paying, and now we pay $10 to 12 different fucking subscriptions. And we pay more.
I paid to see Premier League,
but I'm gonna watch Premier League.
But I watch NFL for free, and I watch NBA for free.
And you know what? The Premier League is on NBC, so I'm watching that for free as well. I can't watch everyone, but I also can't watch every NFL game. Like, I live in New York and I'm a Saints fan from New Orleans. I cannot watch those games. So I have to pay a fucking like $175 or something for the DirecTV just so I could watch the Saints. It's going to be the same thing.
I'm going to add one other.
Or I ghetto stream it and risk like fucking destroying my laptop.
And Mark, I'm going to add one other thing. Watching an NBA game or an NFL game or a baseball game on television is an entirely different experience than watching a soccer game, because when you're watching any of these other sports, you're not really watching. It's more of a social gathering, and the watching is in the background. Whereas if you're watching soccer, the sport is in the foreground first.
You can't stop.
Because it's on.
I totally agree.
And I think people like that.
Watch Michigan football. I don't like watching with anybody.
Yeah.
So, to Mark's point, that is something that's fearful for advertisers.
Yeah.
It's
Advertisers
not only fear
want
for
you to take your
advertisers,
eyes
but
away.
it's fear for the league because they don't want to lose that foothold of those advertisers. Because wait till the time comes when Premier League and other soccer leagues, other football leagues become more prevalent in the United States, you're going to see that split screen where the action is happening and you have an ad going. And that is going to turn off a lot of fucking people.
That's already happening, Mark.
Yeah.
But what I'm telling you is,
like,
let's take an example of Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
It's pronounced jury.
Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys. You mean to tell me if we offered him, listen, Jerry Jones, you've got $50 billion. For $1 billion, you could have Spurs.
I can't have us for $50 billion. We need more than that.
$1 billion.
At least 75. At least 75.
I am interested in seeing what happens when these owners, like, because the Bartolos for Leeds, the DiBartolos for Leeds buying into that. What other sports families are going to buy into the Premier League?
Robert, I mean, the Crafts own some part of some team. The fucking, it's already happening, Mark. It's already happening.
MLS is also franchised. MLS is franchised.
Hold on, Mr. Tom. Can you give us a quick rundown of what Americans own what Premier League teams?
Glazers.
Thanks. Yeah, the Glazers. There you go. That's who I was gonna. The Glazers own who? The Man United.
Man United.
And they also own. This is a crazy fucking conversation we got to. This could actually go forever.
Fenway Sports Group owns Liverpool.
Hold on, fellas. Okay, so we've been having a good thing. I just want to get to some of these comments because these guys are a part of the show as well. So let's get – Rob Greenleaf, you put the kids to bed, man. Finally. Good to see you, man. Good to see you back. Spurs Chris, this is your fucking Spurs fan. The only thing I don't like about him is he's a goddamn Spurs fan. Other than that, he's a class act. He says MLS teams' names kind of suck for the most part.
That's a fair point.
That's a fair point. I think that's fantastic.
The whole, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead if you want to talk
about
the whole
like MLS teams like Real Salt Lake and Sporting Case, like Dynamo. Like I hate it. Like
FC Dallas, but they call it Real Salt Lake.
Inter Miami.
30 years ago, these were the teams. It was the New England Revolution, the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars. Remember that? Claudio Reyna. It was the Columbus Crew. It was Columbus Crew. It was very American, you know. It was and they've tried to pick up these names of like Real. That's bullshit. There's no Real anything in the fucking United States. I mean, you can't call a team Real anything.
Yeah, there's no royalty here. Okay, so let's go. Bremer's Ghost says, why does the NFL have lower leagues? Now, listen, this is something I have been begging for because I don't know if you know this. Jimmy, I believe, is Bremer's Ghost names. If in the NFL, towards the end of the season, if you're doing terrible, it becomes a race to get your team to be the worst.
For those draft picks, baby.
Because the last place team the next season gets the first draft pick, and the winner of the Super Bowl gets the last draft pick. So if you're bad, like right now, it would be a race to get to Sheffield United. Sheffield United would be like happy, like we're not a game. So who did you say?
It's like Sheffield United drafts Kylian Mbappe.
Exactly. And then sells him for $1 billion and gets 12 center backs. Like but it's crazy. Like the New York Giants, not the New York, who knows? Like the New York Jets, let's say, they're having a bad season. They're not doing so great, but then they lose a couple close ones, and then they're like, fuck it, let's go for last place. Can you imagine?
Sandbagging motherfuckers.
Well, that's why. So smarter leagues.
Hold on a second, guys.
Axel is muted.
Axel, you're
You're
muted.
muted. Axel, I think you're muted.
No, he's just fucking with
Shit.
us, I think.
No,
All right.
there we
no,
go.
not muted. Okay,
A lot
so
of gesticulation.
sorry,
No
I
comment.
want to tie this
I thought you were just
conversation.
making fun of us going,
He was throwing down some
No,
bang symbols.
I wanted to tie this conversation back in what we were talking about before, which is exactly that. Like one of the hardest things to talk to Americans about, and when I say that I mean that in a very nice way, is like the complexity of soccer, which is like you have second league, third league, first league, you have Champions League, you have Europa League, and they're all like, what the fuck are you talking about? And when you talk to them and you're like, all right, imagine the NFL, except there was like 3 levels of NFL, right? Like, and it's not like East, West, whatever. It's like it's like NFL first, and college is like a thing, like way
I'm
big.
talking
college.
the Jets
Right.
get relegated and Alabama comes up.
Right.
Alabama, a bunch of fucking college students come up.
So once people start to like be like, oh, so it's like this, it's like there's like it's just like multiple levels deep. Like the whole. I think people aren't yet really understanding the depth of what soccer is around the world in this country, and that's actually a beautiful thing because as we learn this, the interest in the sport and what it is around the world already is just gonna like blow up and be nuts.
The closest,
my
the
biggest
closest
concern is
analogy.
it's actually going to go the other way. Is that the biggest teams in Europe are going to want a closed Super League because the owners of the biggest teams
They're already
they're looking at American sports and they're like, "Oh, these owners are fucking smart. They put a lot of money in, and
They're worried about it."
No risk.
Exactly right.
There's no risk. like you don't go down. Like, I mean, the NBA and the NFL, like, frankly, are the first sports where television money was massive, right? Like, you used to have in England, every team played at 10 o'clock, and they weren't even broadcast in England. Like, you couldn't watch your team on television when they were playing. Like, you'd get it maybe match of the day. They're trying to encourage people to go to the crowds. Like, my biggest concern is that Bayern, Juventus, PSG, couple teams from England, couple teams from Spain say, like, why are we playing Fulham?
Yeah.
Like, fuck this.
Yeah, I don't like that idea at all. I don't like that idea at all.
But I think it's inevitable.
Listen, so why don't we do an American Super League where the winner of the NFL, the MLB, the NBA, and the NHL all have to play each other in like rugby or a different sport that none of them play, like beach volleyball.
No.
League.
They play pub darts.
Pub dart, lawn darts.
But wait, which team is Ian McGregor is going to be on?
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor is going to be in
Conor McGregor.
the Battle of the Network Stars.
I think it.
I don't know who here is old enough to remember the Battle of the Network Stars. So you had the 3 networks. You had NBC, CBS, ABC, and their stars of their respective TV shows would battle in some sport thing, and it would always culminate in everyone in a tug of war, and it was absolutely ridiculous. But I would love to see that between real athletes, some sort of battle of the.
I think it's called not American Idol.
Gladiators.
What is American Gladiators? Yeah.
Let's do pro-American Gladiator. It would
gotta be
ridiculous.
American, man. Why you gotta be American? Come on.
Well,
You're
until
limiting
your
yourself already.
country has the same league. Because currently we can't compete in.
Listen,
in
no.
soccer.
But for real, what needs to happen for the U.S. to get legit is we need to do what we've always done is go, oh, you got that thing? Cool. We're going to do this thing and make it great. We need to stop like trying to get into Premier League and all that shit and just create our own Champions League of the best the top 2 Argentinian teams, the top 2 Brazilian teams, the top 2 MLS, the top 2 Mexican Liga MX, and make our own Champions League for over here.
But Nick,
that's
I don't disagree with you, but the first thing we got to do is get interest, and so your show is all fucked up about that.
Oh,
whoa! Did he just
that's
drop mic on us?
Mic drop right there.
Did he just
I'm
drop
just saying.
mic on us?
Yeah, you're doing
Axel.
it. That's what I'm saying. You're doing it. You're doing part of what it's going to take to.
And CONCACAF and all this stuff like CONCACAF right now. This is World Cup.
But we're all divided. We're all divided, is what I'm saying. Like Liga MX, the Mexican league makes, I think it's like the second highest grossing in the world. Like Liga MX is huge.
What I'm saying is you can't have that without
with
the
all
interest.
of North and South America creating our own Champions League. Because right now it's like, oh, Champions League. If you win the Champions League, you are the best team in the world.
There is a
what a dick move that is to the rest of to this half of the world.
Yeah, Nick.
the best players in the world.
What
That's
I'm
where
saying,
where all the cloud is.
Maybe.
Nick,
Where the cloud is.
What I'm saying is your show is part of the reason why we're going to get there.
The revolution.
Before you can have the American Champions League or the North American or the whatever,
The
like
America's
South
League.
American,
The America's League.
America's League. Before you can
League.
have that, you need to have the interest. And this fucking show is paving the way to that. And you know, like you're gonna laugh at like, oh, this is some fucking stupid thing Axel said one day. I believe that.
For real.
All right,
Dude.
Mr. Tom.
I appreciate
Saul, Bremer's Ghost, Jimmy. What do y'all got to say about that? Are we doing the Premier League proud?
Doing God's work.
Are we doing God's work? Come on, everybody. Let's hear you out there.
This is on the path.
Let's
this
smash
is on the
some
path.
likes. Let's tap some likes.
We're asking too much of the 10 dudes who have stuck here through this entire thing.
Is there only 10?
Like, I was gonna ask people to put like super chats and shit like that, and I was like, no, these guys have given enough.
Hey, it's my birthday.
They went through an Arnold Schwarzenegger
Sign me up for a super chat. Buy me a beer. Buy me a ticket home. I don't know.
They already made it through the Arnold Schwarzenegger phase. We didn't even do Sean Connery today.
You're in your Schleichmas money party.
Oh no. Okay, should we go around and do favorite Sean Connery quotes? Everybody got them? I mean, I
just did
fans
mine.
of the show know I have mine.
Clearly.
Go ahead. Mark?
The dog's name was Indy. No.
Nobody has Sean Connery quotes.
We need your Schleichmas money party.
No, I told you guys mine. Everybody knows. Mr. Tom knows mine.
All right, Bremer's Ghost is saying he's into EPL just because of this show, I guess, is what he said.
I had zero interest in the EPL this season. Well, appreciate that, Jimmy. He says he's going to take us to the Westgate run. When there's a link between grassroots and MLS, your growth is inevitable. Yeah.
It's a disjointed system. It's a disjointed system right now. There are multiple levels to professional soccer in the U.S., but it's not a pyramid system like he's saying, where there is a promotion and relegation structure where like the MLS teams right now are owned by multiple owners. It's like the ultimate franchise where like the whole thing is a franchise, and you buy your own McDonald's.
Shares in the MLS.
Yeah, so it's not the kind of thing where they're not interested in having any sort of structure. There's people coming up from below.
Yeah.
It's like we own our market. We know our segment. We know that we're going to make money in Kansas City, or we're going to make money in wherever else.
I don't think it will be the MLS. I think like if it's going to succeed here, someone's going to come with a lot of money and start a league and try to poach teams, because they like every time they interview Don Garber, he's
how much money though? How much money?
No. I'm telling you, don't sleep on Liga MX. What's going to happen is the Mexican
merge with
league,
them. That would be good.
What's their structure? I mean, is there structured relegation?
How did the American? So they
all I'm saying is, watch the first American team that joins the MX.
They won't be allowed to join because they're not. They'd have to go to the bottom of the pyramid.
Trump, baby, Trump. We can't do that. We can't do that.
No. In order to get that team to sign with MX,
Mexico,
they would give them a pass to the top leagues. So imagine if Liga MX said to Galaxy, "We'll give you $500 million to join our league, and you'll join in the top league you're in."
This is like when Celtic and Rangers wanted to join the Premier League, and they're like, no fucking way. You guys got to go to the.
But that's a whole other thing. This is okay. So maybe not Galaxy, but if they asked like the new Miami team, Inter Miami, David Beckham's team.
Why are they doing this? It's just like this is also. It's a fucking.
But it just takes one or two teams to do it, and then it's like the floodgates are open. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As soon as that happens, it breaks the border, and all of a sudden it's whoa. This league has its shit together, and is not like the MLS, who has like an all-star game. And they're trying to make it very American.
Well, but Liga MX, they care about football there. They care about because they care about football there. They care about
football, not the fucking people.
With a U. They care about football there with a U.
Football with an O.
Correct. And again, but it goes down. It also goes down to not playing this up from a young age. Like this is not, and it's not about money. Exactly. It's about, and maybe it is money to people, but like, there's no development in the men's game.
Well, it's all like at the youth level. It's all
somebody actually said that.
See, this is so. This is what I'm trying to say, right? Like if you look back, like I don't know, like Mark might be older than me, but like I'm looking at this in the long sort of like thing, and like if I'm looking at the long game, like where soccer was and how soccer or men's soccer past the 8th grade was respected, and where it is respected now, and like who's watching Premier League and where their kids are gonna play, and whether or not it's respected. Like in the I know what you're saying, but like in the longer term, I don't. It's just a wave that is a tsunami. It's coming, and you can't stop it. That's
sure. I mean, yes. So 30 years ago. When I was playing under 6, it was a very niche group of people. There weren't a lot of people doing it, And I had one buddy who actually excelled. He's playing in Europe now, but he also left our high school to go to Florida and play at a soccer academy. Like he went to Florida to play soccer full time, and but there's not that in every town, or no one's pushing people to be like. That's a real thing. You can do that. You can go play in Europe. Like you can be a fucking star. They're like because basketball, football.
That's not true.
All that shit.
Listen, that's not true. It is happening. Look at Davies.
Elite youth sports.
He's from Canada.
Elite youth sports, like especially soccer.
1 or 2 players.
I know, but there was 0 players. 10 years ago, and okay, 1 or 2 players now, 4 players in like 10 years, whatever. Like, but it's going there. It's not. It's the train ain't stopping. It's a fucking freight train.
At those numbers, it's going to be another 50 years.
No.
Yeah.
No, the curve don't go like this. It go like that.
In most countries, football or soccer.
Development-wise,
soccer is often like a middle class or working class game.
Here,
Like,
here it's middle class.
here it's not.
Here it's middle class. Other places, the poor to the rich play it, and that's the whole thing. Like anyone can play.
Everybody,
Anyone can play.
stop.
It can be Ronaldo,
Stop.
go out on Madeira, like having no money to.
Stop, Chris.
Yeah.
What?
Stop. Ken wants us to get a drink, and he just paid
Ken.
£5. Everybody grab a beer.
Listen, Ken, I gotta go get some beer. Is all I gotta say. So, Nick,
Did we get a super chat?
We have found out some Ken.
Ken Lobo. Thank you very much for that.
Just wanna say, everybody, let's just stop what we're doing for 1 second and appreciate our fans who appreciate us enough to buy us, or at least give us a $1 off each of our next beer.
Salute.
Assuming I split it with you guys.
I'm in an undisclosed location, so I gotta like teleport over to my store real quick, and then I'll be back.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll still be here.
Yeah.
No delivery?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's
Okay,
gonna take longer than 5 minutes.
Fellas, now that we had a quick little stop, fellas,
We're
let's.
talking hot about you the whole time.
We have a few more trivia questions. So why don't we get to those? We'll finish these off while Axel goes to the store. Go, Axel. Put your mask on.
Mask up.
All right. So thank you, Ken, for that. Thank you, everybody, for all of your comments during that long rant. I think it was fun. I think it was good stuff. And I think it's different stuff for our mostly British audience to hear us talking about American sports and our take on that, because these are generally sports fans. So here we go. Let's get to this next question. I'm not exactly sure how many questions we have left. So here we go. This was the question I was saying. Which two non-English clubs?
Swansea and
Cardiff.
Now hold on.
Cardiff and Swansea.
We need to read these. Swansea City and Cardiff City.
Hey, just get through it. It's fine.
10th Street United and Galatasaray.
Get through it.
Cardiff City and NYCFC.
Galatasaray. You see in Beatty? Galatasaray might have played in the Premier League. Maybe.
What about 10th Street United?
That's the one that's more ridiculous.
10th Street United was me and Chris and John, the director, and John Lawler.
Wow, that's wild that would have been.
We had 4 training sessions and half the team was injured. Because afterwards we would walk home and drink pints of Guinness on Chiarelli's stoop.
Oh, did you guys ever go to Black Horse Pub over there on 7th?
Yeah.
That's where Jazz is from.
That's where I met Jazz, actually. Our Man United.
Oh yeah, of course. That's where I knew him from. You're a United fan.
Jazz.
Brian is a through and through fucking Tottenham guy. The owner.
Oh, yes, but I appreciate that he doesn't. He didn't make his bar.
Tottenham bar.
Yeah, he
takes all. But he fucking paces around. When we watch the Spurs games there, he's pacing around.
Exactly.
Like a motherfucker. He's outside. He's outside probably more of the game than he's inside because he's just pissed off because Spurs can't win shit.
So before we moved to Park Slope, Robin and I got drunk at Black Horse Pub, and then we saw the apartment that in Park Slope posted. We're like, yeah, we're gonna move here.
This place is great. No, I just sent a message to the guys who do the podcast here in Park Slope. The oh my god, I forgot the name of it, but it's a fantasy Premier League podcast. It's super it's way more famous than our show.
What?
like 50 times more famous.
Not for long.
But they have a photo of them. So the 2 guys in front of Black Horse Pub. It's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can we have more trivia?
Of it.
Is there more trivia?
I'm just drunk. Yeah. There you go, Mark. How many times has the league been renamed
What?
So
Five,
Barclays Premier League.
4, 2,
Not
or
an
1.
option.
2.
Fuck.
4.
I'm going with 2.
I'm gonna go with 2. I don't know.
I have no idea.
What are we saying? Let's hear
So,
from Mr. Tom. Let's hear from you, Jimmy. What you got to say, Mike? Rob, are you still here, Mr. Greenleaf?
Is that Does that include like before 1992? Before it became?
Yeah, I think it's talking the whole.
Everything
the whole-
before Premier League.
Oh, the whole time.
So like, wasn't it just the
I'm
first
still
division?
sticking with 2.
I'm gonna go with 2.
All right.
I'm one with 4 still.
No.
I like that Rob says 3. The only choice that is not on the board. Mr. Tom and Mike say 4. I say 4 as well. I actually don't know.
Never argue with Mr. Tom.
Yeah.
Because he's Googling. He's a Googler.
Yeah, I'm a Googler too, only at midnight.
No, Mr. Tom, you got knowledge. You got knowledge. No offense.
Let me see. I'm just trying to look this up. The league has been renamed 4 times in 20 years.
No, not in 20 years. Oh, it's because Barclays.
So it is only talking about it. So in 2001, it was the Barclaycard Premiership. And then in 2004, it became the Barclays Premiership. And in 2007, it became the Barclays Premier League. Oh, and it started as the FA Carling Premiership.
Saul.
Well, thank you, Saul, for the big balls, man. That's awesome.
Yo, everybody chug a lug for that.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Saul.
for that, man.
Bottoms up.
Absolutely.
Bottoms
Thank
up,
you.
lads.
Yeah. I feel like we should do a dance. Is there any accent you would like us to do? Because we're really good at those. I feel like we should work harder.
Can you go Swedish? Yeah, no, it's Swedish. Yeah.
We can do the Swedish if you like.
What do you like over there in Sweden? The kip.
That's
The kip.
All right, yo, man. Let's just get back to this.
Now we're just gonna try.
People with fucking
Oh, Jordy,
crazy ass fucking accents.
I can't do.
Come on, let's director. Let's see another trivia question.
I'm not sure the Geordie accent I can do. I just don't know it very well. Let's see. The next question would be. Speaking of Swedes.
Oh, there we go. Topical.
Which Swede had a clause in his contract banning him from traveling into space? Guys, I just feel like
Henrik Larsson?
this is rounding out our entire conversation.
Gotta be Zlatan. Only Zlatan would say he can't go into space.
Zlatan, Freddie Lundberg, Steven Schwartz, David Schwartz, or
Henrik Larsson.
Nah, it's Zlatan. Zlatan cannot go to space. He needs extra money. He needs 4 times the money if he's going to space. Only he would say, I need money to go to space.
No.
What?
Henrik Larsson.
No.
No way.
No. It wasn't even Henrik Larsson.
Oh, is it the
What?
Arsenal guy? Lundberg?
No one. The answer is no one.
It is actually Stefan Schwartz.
Oh,
that's the only one
Schwartz be with you.
The Schwartz, my Schwartz is. Oh, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
You're schwitzing in your Schwartz, aren't you?
Abba Himovich. I like that.
Abba. Yeah.
Traveling into space. What year was that? Stephen Schwartz? To the fact checkers over here.
Yeah, one of you guys needs to be the fact checker. I'm doing all this shit here.
1994. 1994 was the point they want to send him into space.
Yeah, I believe it was his last season. he said something about, let me see. Yep, Steven Schwartz contract. That's the thing that pops up first. Oh my God, the fucking things.
He played for Sunderland at the end of his career. He played for Arsenal.
Oh, they didn't pass him into space. If they passed him into space, he wouldn't have played there.
Yeah, he said the former Swede international Stefan Schwarz had signed for Sunderland back in 1999 in a deal that was worth just under £4 million. The then 30-year-old Swedish midfielder was touted to be an important acquisition for the Black Cats, so much so that the Swede, also nicknamed the Spaceman, had to give in to a clause which stated that Schwartz wasn't allowed to go to space until the termination of his contract at the Stadium of Light. So, first of all, he didn't write it saying...
The agent wrote it. His agent wrote it.
They wrote it and said, "You're not allowed to go to space, you fucking."
Also, his
crazy
nickname was Spaceman. I
His
mean,
nickname was Spaceman.
This is
more
the kind
so-
of things that you come and join our show at Happy Hour for. So if you haven't already, hit that like button.
He
Do
said
all the
this
things.
is trivia.
Come on, yeah.
more so because Sunderland's new acquisition was actually considering us to sign up for one of the first commercial space flights. That's amazing.
I mean, that would be a
What-
great cross marketing. That's marketing. It's a cross marketing thing. It's like he's the spaceman. People know him because he's part of a club. You know, he's a
What a
Stefan
guy.
Schwartz. He's a household name. We're gonna send him to space. He's a spaceman. No, he can't do that because he got a clause in his contract.
What a
And
guy, man.
Ground control.
In
to
2005,
Stefan
Newcastle's
Schwartz.
Lee Bauer had an on-pitch scrap with which teammate? Was it Kieran Dyer, Steven Gerrard,
Keane, it's gotta be Keane.
Vieira, or Roy Keane?
Keane is a
No, it
fucking
was
hothead.
Roy Keane.
Keane.
Roy Keane didn't play for Newcastle.
Oh, all of a
Mark
sudden,
actually
all of
read
a sudden
the
this guy's
question.
got- All of a sudden, this guy's got
But
fucking.
maybe they were teammates for England, though.
Mark
Roy
read
Keane's
the
Irish,
question.
right?
Kieran Dyer.
I'm with Kieran Dyer.
The
Kieran
people,
Dyer.
the
Ah,
people who
he's on
actually
it.
know football. Whew.
All right. Keane
Is it
will give
Vieira?
it to everyone, though. Stevie G. Fuck Stevie G. All right.
You-
Only one left. Only one left.
Fuck
I
Stevie G.
think you guys got it right.
Hey, he's
Fuck
the
Harry
no
Kane.
nothing soccer guy.
Steven Gerrard's a god.
Oh, Liverpool man. There, Liverpool man's got us at that. Stevie G. Yeah. He's a class act. Class act.
All right, I
Never
take
won
back
anything.
what I said about
That's
Kane.
like-
I like him.
For what club did Paulo Di Canio play when he pushed referee Paul Alcock?
Sunderland.
Inter. Oh, is this the EPL game?
Was it Sheffield Wednesdays, Celtic, Charlton Athletic, or West Ham?
West Ham.
West Ham.
Oh, Mr. Tom's a chef. Mr. Tom's never wrong.
He
Wednesday.
is never
Hey,
wrong.
Wednesday.
He was,
Hey,
he was
Wednesday.
almost too
Hey,
quick
Wednesday.
on that answer.
I think
Hey,
Mr.
Wednesday.
Tom's
Mr.
like
Tom,
is like
Encyclopedia.
he's like what's the IB? He's like IBM Watson.
It is true. It is true.
Oh, there it is.
And he got it right.
Bravo. Get him some like some gold stars over there or something.
I
Right?
wish we had a way to. No, I can't give them anything here.
Okay.
Okay.
Just you only take. You only take.
Against which team did Wayne Rooney score his first Premier
Oh,
League?
you know they
Are
have
you
blue
guys,
shirts
are you
on.
guys fucking kidding
You
me?
know they have blue shirts on.
If you watch any replay of any match,
More like if you watch any.
you're gonna see the earlier on, Arsenal.
It would have been cool if it was United.
Yeah.
No, it's never. It's always when you watch the replay.
Yeah, it's
For
constant.
NBC, they show
Wayne
it.
Rooney.
Wayne
it's
Rooney is
it's
scored
not a
number
replay,
one. He
it's
did
an
not. He
advertisement. It's an advertisement.
scores.
It's the advertisement. He's 17 years old. It's an advertisement.
Yeah.
It's not a replay.
Exactly.
Exactly. Is Saul bribing the director here? Thanks for
Thanks
playing.
for
Playing. All right, boys.
We left Everton.
And with that note, I got to do a
All right, Mark.
12-mile hike tomorrow. Let's call it.
Well-
Smash that like button. Thank you very much, everybody. I got nothing else to say. I'm out.
Exactly. Well, likewise, thank you guys very much for joining us. We're right at our 2.5 hour limit. So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Thank you, everybody who has been here in the comments. Mr. Tom, Bremers goes, Jimmy there, Saul, who else? Mike was on here. Con even showed up. Nice to see you, Con Shay. And who else? Rob Greenleaf on the show, of course. Good to see you.
Go Spurs! Come on,
Thank
Spurs!
you guys, Tim Lobo as well. Thank you. We've had a great time. We've talked about a lot of shit. This is Friday night. Don't forget to join us every Friday night. It was very good hanging out with you guys. I'll see you guys. Stick around for a minute after the show. We'll talk. Chris and Chris left. But everybody else, thank you very much. We'll see you over the weekend. We may pop in a couple shows.
We got Axel back in. Axel back in.
I know it's over. We're all good.
But we will see you guys.
We got beer.
We will see you guys later. So thank you guys very much for joining. From Brooklyn, it's your boy Lolo. We'll see y'all next week.